It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he'll have to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, baby. Hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Making our way through a lovely week here.
Good morning to everybody except Patrick Clancy.
Okay, you're still on that kick, huh? I was wondering. I thought Virginia had given it up, but
man, right out the gate, we're doing
yeah.
this.
Oh, I know.
Dog.
Yeah.
Can you ease into your?
Nope.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, the first text that I saw was like, these are the women Virginia's standing with. It's unbelievable. So she's made so many people outraged.
Can we at least wait till 7 a.m. before we start breaking into some kind of psychosis?
Yeah, no, she's right out of the chute. Let's start fighting. Hello, welcome to your day.
That's a record.
Yeah,
It's
let's get
hard
after
to
it.
suppress psychosis.
But I thought you had given this up. You'd said that you're going to start backing off the Lindsay Clancy trial.
So you think everyone's out to get you? I had to take a break from that kind of content. It's too heavy for the bird.
It makes you a little crazy, and I present the evidence.
Well, I think I've been crazy, but it may make me crazier.
You just can't get lost in the sauce. I'm not saying you can't watch body cam videos or watch this kind of stuff, but when you start binge watching it and consume it a lot, you start to sound a little crazy.
I'm okay with that.
So they're about ready to wrap up that trial, and then it's going to go to the jury. It looks like tomorrow. Is that where we are with it?
I think closing arguments are today.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
then jury gets it tomorrow, right?
her lawyer, his name is Kevin.
Oh, yeah. What a great guy.
Kevin Reddington is his name, but they call him Big Red.
Big Red.
So they asked Big Red outside of court yesterday,
Yeah.
what can we expect from your closing arguments? And he just turned around and went, fireworks.
What is this, professional wrestling?
Yeah, and then
What are we doing?
yeah.
I mean, come on. We talk about the death of 3 children, and we got to make this a circus?
It's not that it's a circus. It's that the wrong person is on trial.
Uh-huh.
And I think he's going to show you that today.
You're
Oh,
right,
really?
though.
Okay.
That's a good point, Kevin. Everyone's getting lost with this and that. 3 kids lost their lives here. Let's remember them.
It's the number one thing that we need to be remembering in this trial. I mean, that to me, my concern and my openness about this was trying to figure out what went wrong in her situation so we can identify it in future situations with other moms, because she is not the first to have gone and offed her children. No more children should be losing their lives because their parents start to go a little wackadoo and we don't recognize the signs and get help for those kids to protect them. So that's my whole point with all this. But yeah, it's lost, Bird. It's just gone crazy. It's haywire now.
I'm trying not to even get involved. And I'm just,
You're better off not.
Yeah, look what it's done to her.
You're actually better off not getting involved.
I don't know I don't know all of the facts of the case. B, it's a very serious topic. And C, if you start getting things wrong like that, I've just noticed people really get angry. And I ain't trying to get anyone angry. I want to be silly up in this piece. That's what I do best.
Okay. Well, Jbird will stick with what he does. Virginia will stick with the crazies, so we're all well-rounded, right?
yes.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything is what you're going to get here on the KVJ Show. Virginia, you said your son Rocco had a great day at school yesterday because he was asked to do something that is a great honor for him.
Yeah, so he's a 6th grader, and he just started at this school, but he asked to be a part of the TV crew, and they were like, sorry, it's for 7th grade and up. But then I guess word got around school about his skills in the editing bay.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, all right, show us what you got. And so he did. And now all the 7th graders are calling him Young Sheldon. And he's on the TV crew as the only 6th grader that's ever been on there.
Wow.
He came in there and, like, if you know about, like, TV production, he created a lower third in, like, 20 seconds. And they were like, how the hell do you know how to do that? So They were like, "You're on the crew. You're on the team."
He's pumped.
He's so pumped. When I picked him up at the bus stop yesterday, he was like, "I had the best day of school ever today."
Oh, that's good.
He's got mad respect from the older kids. You know that's important.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When
That's
the
cred.
older kids like give you street cred.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever said that statement coming home. I had the best day at school ever today.
I know.
I don't think I've
Words that never ever came out of your mouth, huh?
I don't think so. Unless school got canceled.
He was pumped.
That's great. Good for him. Young Sheldon.
And it fits.
It does fit very well. He is a young Sheldon.
He really is.
Now, Denny's has got a 3-year-old, and you know that sometimes when kids start to learn the language, they figure out some of those trigger words that get some response, and they absolutely love it. So Denny's son Lachlan has found a new trigger word that he just loves saying, and especially when they're out in public and other adults are around. What is his new favorite word, Denny's?
It's poop.
Yeah, kids love this word.
I get it.
Yeah. And so does he use it all the time at home and out, or does he save it for when he goes out because he knows that it's embarrassing his parents?
He'll say it at home, but not nearly as much as he says it out. If anyone asks him any question like, "Oh, well, what kind of shirt is that?" or "What's your favorite ice cream?" he'll always just reply with poop. That's his new thing.
And how does he deliver?
Shock and awe.
Does it come with a smile and a snicker like he knows he's cracking a joke?
Oh, yeah. He looks right at you when he says it, too. He waits for your reaction, and then he laughs at it.
Okay. Look at him already working it.
This kid's awesome.
He's working the room. I like
A
it.
young comedian. We got a young Sheldon. We got a young comedian over here. That's great. Just working it. I guess you would call it a bit of a cookie scandal that is going on here. Did you know that you don't need to be paying these exorbitant prices for Girl Scout cookies? Well, it's just all over TikTok right now, and a lot of moms are going all in on this little hack that several different TikTok influencers have brought up. And they say if you go to the Dollar Tree and check out their knockoff Girl Scout cookies, you're basically getting the exact same cookie for a fraction of the price.
Yeah, but you're not helping the Girl Scouts, which is the point of Girl Scout cookies.
That is the point of the Girl Scout cookies.
You cheap SOB.
And are they really the same? This sounds like some snack journalism needs to take place, and I need to do the hard work here.
Something tells me the off-brand cookie doesn't taste exactly the same.
Well, I can answer a couple of your questions. You talk about ripping off the Girl Scouts. They point out that local troops get about 80 cents per a $6 box. That's what the Girl Scouts actually get by doing those sales. And so they say if you go buy one of the cheaper versions, you can do that and still donate $2 to $4 directly to a local troop. They get a ton more money, and you still get a cheaper cookie that's the same.
Oh,
That's the argument.
look at this Girl Scout lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're starting to sway the jury.
Now, when they did the comparison, they took a look and they realized that Dollar Tree's versions of the Girl Scout cookies have been linked to Interbake Foods. It has similar packaging. You look at the ingredient lists, everything from the nutritional information, it's the same cookie. They did taste tests, so can't tell a difference. And even some former workers claim the recipes differ just a slight little hair to allow private label sales. That's the only difference.
Oh, we got to do the work on this one. We got to get...
And people are going to buy the cheap cookies and then not donate to the Girl Scouts.
That is what I say. Some people will.
But you'd argue how much are the Girl Scouts making anyway? I mean, honestly, who's making that money if they're only getting 80 cents per a $6 box? You paying the man.
So, yeah, where does the rest of the money go? Does it go to a national Girl Scout fund that also sends Girl Scouts to camp?
No, I don't believe so. It's just all the overhead, not going to the Girl Scouts at all. So you're not doing a great benefit for the Girl Scouts is the argument that they're trying to make.
This is a hot take. Can we get these cookies? Are they even selling Girl Scout cookies right now?
I don't think they are.
Can I get them? Yeah, how could I even do this?
I think it's the beginning of the year, right,
Yeah,
that they sell
typically.
them? Yeah.
We got to have a Girl Scout cookie connection,
It's
no?
August.
Oh, man, that's a long way away.
They're stale by now.
All right, but I'll tell you what. In February, we're doing this bit.
Okay. That's good.
Someone remind us in February to do this.
So they say the popular dupes include the fudge mints. That's what it'd be called at Dollar Tree. That would be your thin mints.
Okay.
You get the fudge mints, and you look at the box and you can tell because it looks same size, same coloring. In fact, they even noticed that some of the kids on the front of the boxes are the same kids. That's how
What?
close it is, these knockoffs to the real Girl Scout cookies. If you want to go with the Samoas or the Caramel Delights, as they call them, you go with the coconut fudge caramels at Dollar Tree.
I feel like I would know the difference if I had a Dollar Tree of those delights. I would feel and know a difference because that's one of my favorite ones of the Girl Scouts.
And for the tagalongs or the peanut butter patties, you go with the peanut butter chocolate cookies. That's what they call them at the Dollar Tree. And they say Dollar Tree dupes cost about $1.25 to $2 a box. You go with the Girl Scouts, you're going about $6 for that box. So it's a huge markup, and that's why they say go buy a $2 box of Dollar Tree dupes, which you can get year-round. Don't have to wait till January, and then donate $2 to $4 directly to the Girl Scouts, and then everybody wins except for whoever is taking all this money from the excessive markups from the Girl Scouts.
What a cookie scandal.
Well, the revenue breakdown for a box of cookies goes, you're right, the local troop only makes at max 25%. Also, the local council makes a good bit, and that does go to program events. And then the baker makes up to 30% for production, baking, packaging, and shipping.
That's right. These cookies aren't making themselves.
So what do you
Cookies
think?
do not make themselves.
What do you think about these claims, Virginia? Are you buying into them, or do you think maybe it's kind of fake news?
I don't know. I mean, I still believe in supporting the Girl Scouts. My daughter was a Girl Scout. I love what they do.
Ain't nobody saying don't support the Girl Scouts.
I just think that
They're saying this is a better, cheaper way to do it.
it's circumventing the Girl Scouts, and a lot of people will go buy these cheap cookies and then not donate to the Girl Scouts anymore.
Well, that's just it. You can only do this if you go and still donate to the Girl Scouts.
I want to hear what Cookie Monster's got to say about all this. I mean, the man's built his whole career in cookies.
I don't know if he cares about the bag. He just cares about the cookie.
Yeah,
He doesn't care.
Well, we'll see
Just
first.
give him a cookie and he's all cool with it.
Typical man.
This ain't what he does. This ain't what he does. I don't know if it's true, but I got it on TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok.
I just thought it was funny. Virginia's over here actually trying to refute a TikTok story. When does that ever happen? It's usually the other way around, isn't it?
I'm on Google.
Oh, okay.
So who knows? They're all probably giving us bad information.
Okay, well, that is at least what the moms are saying on the TikTok. They believe that is the way to go. Now, some people were leaving some comments. Meredith said the Dollar Tree is a lie. She said it's $1.25 to $10, so maybe those prices are not as low as you.
To $10?
$10 for
Wait
a
a
box
minute.
of cookies. Hold. I really got to do stack journalism on this. The story's too messy. There's too much at stake.
You need to get in the Dollar Tree and do the work.
But I need real Girl Scout cookies, and I have to wait till February to get them to really get this story
Not
out.
the time of year to bring this one up. And somebody else said Aldi also has dupes of the chocolate peanut butter ones, at least, and the coconut ones, if I remember correctly, and they're pretty darn good.
Albi's got their hands in the scandal.
Who's Albie?
Did I say Albi?
Yeah.
Aldi's got their hands in the scandal. I'm just excited. We're talking snacks. There's controversy.
All right, Albi Pennington.
I'll be wrong.
It is kind of amusing just how petty things can get when it comes to school. I hear a lot of stories because my wife is a teacher and she deals with elementary school stuff. So it's just always kind of funny to hear all the drama that comes back and just how insanely blown out of context and proportion it really is. There's now something that's going on just like this, and it's called Oreo Gate, and it's taken fire on Instagram. It is a mom who shared a group chat that she had with the other moms, and one mom is asking the other kindergartner moms to stop packing Oreos because her daughter doesn't get them in her lunch. And so it's creating an envy game. I don't know if you were ever the healthy kid at school, but that was always tough when all the kids with the junk food were filling their pie holes with all this delicious, gooey stuff.
That was me, Your Honor. That was one of those kids.
And I was the healthy kid. I had the brown bread and everything. It was just gross. It was rough.
No, I would have been an Oreo cookie kid.
You'd have been in that party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's now created a little bit of an issue that's going on here. Now, the villain is Michelle, whose 5-year-old Ava isn't allowed to have unhealthy food. And the problem is that this mom, Charlotte, is sending Oreos in her daughter Isla's lunchbox and making Ava feel left out. So Ava gets a taste of the Oreo, and then by part 5 of this whole thread that's been going on social media, Ava's placing orders for Oreos with her friends. So she's like, hey, bring me some extras. And so the kids are going home to their moms like going, hey, can you give me an extra Oreo? And then all these kids are kind of pulling it up, and they're giving it to the kid that doesn't have any. Well, when the mom gets wind of this, she loses her mind. So by part 6 of this chat
Part
thread,
6?
Part 6.
Oh,
Yes. The healthy mom, Michelle, has now gone to the school to look through Isla's lunchbox to try to find these extra Oreos. I mean, she's just lost her marbles. She's just over the edge. And by part 8, there's a side mom chat that is now happening without the healthy mom, Michelle. And now Charlotte has hatched this Operation Oreo where it's peak pettiness, where now all the moms are sending a ton of Oreos with their kids to give to this one little girl who's got this Oreo fix now. She's got the Oreo monkey on her back.
Oh my gosh. Now they're just trying to purposely fill her lunchbox with Oreos.
Like I said, elementary schools are full of so much unnecessary drama. It's absolutely insane what happens. So, in fact, the one petty mom, Charlotte, who started the whole thing, she actually started sending her daughter with double stuff Oreos.
Oh, my gosh.
Just as the double stuff would come home, it was kind of like, all right, this is a double up yours.
So so whose side are you on this? Do you have a side that you think is wrong on this one?
Look, it's when you send your kid out into the wild, some of these things are going to happen. You have to talk to them, and you have to... But the more you try to restrict a kid, and I can tell you because I was the restricted kid. I was the kid that was never allowed to touch any of the goodiness, and I didn't know why. I was just told, don't touch it. It wasn't a breakdown about health or chemicals. Anything like that was not included. It was just like, no, don't do this, and don't ask why.
I mean, I don't think we're looking at the silver lining of the story. All the kids worked together as a team.
With their mothers.
To get cookies for the one kid who didn't have them.
Yeah.
I'm seeing kids working together. That's a beautiful story.
Yeah. So it's pretty amusing because it even got to the point with this song. They took the chat thread that I was telling you about where we had 8 different parts to it, and they put it through an AI music maker, and it actually came out with a tune that kind of puts all the threads into song.
Sent the email from school about lunchboxes. Just reading it now. We encourage families to choose healthy options where possible. However, what is included in each child's lunchbox is ultimately at the discretion of parents. Seems pretty clear to me. I've seen it. I'm actually quite disappointed. Why? They've said parents decide what goes in their own child's lunch. They've also specifically said they encourage healthy options. So clearly, they agree with what I was saying. Michelle! Encourage. They basically politely said I can pack the Oreos. That's your interpretation. I just think if the school is encouraging healthy eating, parents should respect that. It's 2 Oreos. I think the email was probably a rare way of ending this debate. I just find it interesting that some people are focusing only on the part of the email that suits them. Aren't you doing exactly that? Also, just FYI, there are 3 Oreos in her today. Seriously? They're from my daughter. Michelle, it's not a protest. At this point, it honestly feels deliberate. I cannot believe we are on day 5 of Oreo Gate.
Can you believe this is what takes up all your time? This is, I guess, the life of being a mom, maybe.
Oreo Gate.
Oreo Gate is going on. The petty feuds are back in action, baby. That's what happens. I don't know if this is a change in schools, but I like it that they're teaching more practically applied skills to kids that are out there. California is actually one state that is going to be doing something like this. They have now announced an initiative where every high school kid in the state is now going to be required to take financial literacy courses.
Oh, that is good.
It is really good because there are just so many issues that people have with money, not understanding interest rates and running up debt and having all these kind of issues, learning about mortgages and just the ins and outs of things that you see Americans today and how much debt we have and how much financial stress is going on. If you learn these things in high school and understand how to manage your money, then hopefully you don't get in these kind of situations when you become an adult.
This is good.
Yeah, I thought so as well. So I think they are doing some of that stuff. I talked to my son about some of the stuff that he's doing in class. And one thing that I like is I think they're even teaching about the stock market and things like that. I'm like, that's great.
That is great.
That is really good. I mean, you know, what else are we doing?
I think that is amazing stuff, but I also think we should teach him even more basic stuff. The proper way to make a grilled cheese. There is a grilled cheese problem in our country, y'all.
There is. I was unaware of this.
Of people making it the right way. Virginia knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. A toasted sandwich is not a grilled cheese.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's what he means.
It's just an issue I think we have to address.
Okay.
That's bread toasted with cheese.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
But it's amazing to me how many people that don't know how to properly do that.
I would send it back.
Probably a good idea.
I don't want no toasted cheese sandwich.
Well, they say that there are a bunch of different life lessons that kids need to learn today, and I don't know how you would get these into schools, but they say that one thing that kids need to learn, and I don't know if you can have a class in it, but they say kids have to learn how to be comfortable with boredom, and they're not today. And I don't even know how you would train that or how you even turn that into a class. But they're saying it's really becoming an issue, and it's starting to affect creativity that they're noticing across the board with kids, because too often creativity comes from boredom, and the kids just don't know how to get into that space where they're bored, and then their mind starts to wander to start to create.
Well, why be creative when a robot can just be creative for you?
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's true, yeah. But they're like, how do you even teach this? You know, what do you do? And
Take the phone out of their hands and
Yeah.
maybe, you know.
Go outside right now.
Yeah, actually,
Right.
you know,
But it's 102 degrees.
I'm saying there's things you can do. I've seen friends of mine that their kids are not addicted to the tech because they have rules where they're only
Yeah.
allowed to have. There's some parents that give their kid tech and that's all their kid's doing is
Right.
just rotting in front of a screen of sorts.
It's true. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to see. I mean, they used to have study hall where you just kind of sit there, and if you take the phones away, have the kids just doodle. Sometimes that's one of the best creative exercises you could do, is just journal and write down stuff on paper and just kind of let it go.
Doodling's become kind of a lost art. 'Cause you're
Yeah.
right. Doodling it's a great little exercise to kind of relax your mind, and all of a
Right.
sudden these things start coming in your brain.
Your hands are working, it starts to, get the brain cranked up as well, and you put those two things together in motion.
I remember that was always an assignment in our class. They'd give you a doodle assignment, and the kid could use their mind, and there was no wrong doodle unless it was mean or something.
They said another thing is how to make and maintain real life connections. They said they're noticing that kids are having a hard time with interpersonal relationships now, maybe because these are a lot of the COVID kids that were quarantined for quite some time, but they're just having a hard time building friendships and understanding what it's like to be a friend and how to interact with other human beings. And they said it's really lacking right now. I don't know how you do a class for that, but
Yeah.
I think maybe just more socialization without electronics is probably needed.
I personally kind of started to see that shift before COVID, and then I think COVID just kind of made it explode.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully people identify this. Problem solving. They say that kids too often have these helicopter parents that come in and solve all the problems for them, so that when they get out in life now, they don't know how to solve a problem because somebody always came and solved it for them. And when that person's not there, they just are like,
What do I do?
all right, what now? You know?
You're right.
And that's what I've told you. I'm like, you got to let your kids struggle. And that's a big part of it.
There was this one DUI body cam, and the cop's like, you got to get out of the car. And the woman would get out of the car. She's, I'm not getting out of the car until I call my mother. And she was 27 years old. 27, and trying to tell the cop, she was drunk, and she's trying to tell the cop, I'm not getting out until I call my mom.
That is embarrassing.
He's like, your mom's got nothing to do with this.
Your mom? You're 27.
Right.
Wow.
And they say the other thing that kids today need to learn as a life lesson is how to hold on to hope. They're noticing that a lot of kids today, their optimism is low, and they're very pessimistic, all of them, about life, about their outcomes, about their future, about how everything's going to go. And they don't have a lot of the fighting spirit. It used to be in America, we were underdogs, but we knew we were going to fight our way out of it and say, that's all right. I love when I'm counted out.
That's when, as a human, if you don't have hope, that's you start getting into a dark place. Everyone needs a little glimmer of hope, man.
Yeah, and they say that's a lot of what we've seen is there just seems to be a lot of loneliness and despair going on with the kids today. And they ask them about the future, and they're like, yeah, nothing good's ever going to happen to me.
See, I've been watching TikTok all day. The world's on fire.
Yeah. And so hope is one of those things that they realize kids are lacking today. And they're like, how do we teach this? Not sure, but we know that they need it. They got him. Oh, yeah. Mark Zuckerberg. Take that, baby. Big ol' L in court, man. They went after Meta. They said, hey, you're doing our kids wrong. And they just dropped a big old bomb on Meta yesterday. Going to be paying out roughly $17.1 billion, Virginia. Boom. How do you like that, huh?
Is that a lot or a little? What is that? Who gets that?
Well, it's going to be spread to these different states. Now, there's about 47 different states, districts, and territories that all brought this lawsuit against Meta, saying that they were really messing with kids' online safety and not taking it seriously, and that's what they wanted. The payment of $17.1 billion is going to be spread out over 10 years to these states and territories.
10 years?
Yes. Yeah. Now, if you look at it, Meta generated just over $200 billion in revenue last year, and $60 billion of that was profit. They say the maximum settlement is roughly 8.5% of 1 year's revenue and 28% of 1 year's profit. But just to give you an idea of how fast you can make that up, Meta's stock price actually increased 2% after the announcement yesterday of them losing.
How?
That is equivalent to 3 times the amount of the judgment. So they more than tripled the amount of the judgment by actually losing in court. So you showed them. Take that.
Because they did make the announcement they were going to make changes.
Yes.
And they were going to stop using the shady, slippery, snake-like methods to get kids and young people addicted to social media.
Yes. Now, that's what they're going to do. But there's a couple problems still. It does not require Meta to eliminate personalized recommendations or targeted advertising, which they're desperately going after your kids for. And it also doesn't completely eliminate the algorithms that the critics are saying is driving this compulsive engagement that is going on. Plus, they say that the settlement does not address how to keep teens from dodging the age or the time restrictions. They're still going to easily be able to do that. So a lot of this feels like maybe a symbolic win, and there will be some changes that come with it. But I think that a lot of people are arguing that there's just still a lot more you got to do. And this judgment still puts a lot of responsibility on the parents. So you still have a very active role to make sure that your kids don't wind up in some of these desperate situations that they brought up in the court that actually gave Meta the loss. Now, the things that they're going to do is they're going to be limiting Facebook and Instagram to 2 hours per day. They're going to be blocking access between midnight and 6 a.m. unless a parent is allowing it.
Oh, that's
Oh
when
my
all,
gosh.
that's when all the mistakes happen, though. 12A to 6.
What the hell are kids doing awake at 12A?
Right.
They're on the gram. They're on TikTok.
That's ridiculous.
It will shut off most notifications during school hours. They say it's going to strengthen age verification to identify children under 13. It will improve parental controls and restrict age inappropriate content. Those are just some of the things that it's going to be doing. Now, Florida themselves, they said that the payout is completely inadequate, and they said, we're going to continue our litigation against Meta, and they were not a part of this lawsuit. They went to the 47 different states and territories.
Okay.
Because Florida said,
We want more.
Yeah. They're like, this is not enough. They looked at it and like, do you realize just how pathetic this is to Meta?
Maybe it's just like a slap on the wrist, and Florida's like, that's insulting to this whole lawsuit. We want more.
Yeah, they say that the total settlement represents approximately 3 to 4 months of Meta's profit and about 1 month of its revenue. So that's how much you've set the company back.
And they're going to make it up because they had all the
Already
positive
did.
press
Already did.
that they're changing things.
Already made it up. And then some.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess in a sense it is a win. Now, this is a little fight's been going on with a couple different places. Now, the TikTok settlement that they had not too long ago, brought by the Justice Department during the Biden administration, they had to pay $400 million, which is scratch compared to what Meta had to pay. But still, again, when you look at how much these social media companies are making, that's not a lot. I know to us, when you hear $17 billion, you're like going, oh, man, we're taking Meta down. No,
Not really.
He just bought a castle, y'all.
There's so many zeros.
It has a 3,000-foot-long boat.
My brain can't compute how many billions of dollars we're talking about.
When someone buys a castle, I get weirded out. I don't know.
It's almost like a Dr. Evil double down.
It is. It's like, where's your evil cat you're going to pet?
Well, there's tech development that probably is going to be more for the parents than it is going to be for the kids. But tell me, do you feel comfortable allowing your ChatGPT to respond to all your messages for you?
No.
No way.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Not interested.
No?
Not even slightly
And
interested.
we're wondering why we got all these weird issues about people not talking to each other and expressing. What the heck, man? No, I hate it.
Yeah, they say there is an Apple Message plugin that will allow people to connect their text with the chatbot, ChatGPT, and it'll organize and analyze your messages, and you can text ChatGPT to tell it how to text your friends. But it goes back on how you've responded to a lot of friends, and it's analyzing all that. And it says, okay, based on how you've always responded to this person, I can send a response that'll sound just like you, and you don't have to deal with the response.
They do. The robots start to get to know your quote unquote personality. As soon as I put ChatGPT on, it'll say, "Hey, what's up, Birdman? What are you thinking about doing today? Maybe getting a fresh pizza or talking about Bigfoot?" I'm like, whoa, no, I'm not even coming to you for any of that right now.
That's so weird.
They start to get to know you.
It wants to be your bud.
And your well, I think it does. It starts to really learn your patterns of speech.
Yes. Well, the thing that I would want to know is, okay, well, what did you say? And why do I not have enough message? Maybe I've got too many friends or too many people I'm trying to respond to if I can't do it myself. And then let's say, for instance, they're like, hey, what are you doing on Saturday night? Can you bring over $300 worth of chicken? And you're like, absolutely, man. See you on Saturday.
Or what if it's like your grandma passes away and then it gives you some weird AI response? Sorry about your grandma. Let's go get some wings or something. You're like, what?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many people actually use this, even though it can do it. Do you really want it to do it? I asked KVJ TV, are you okay allowing AI to answer your messages for you? And right now, an amazing 4% of people are.
Thank goodness. Y'all see, we're talking about hope earlier. The chat room just gave me hope.
You're like, wait, what? That would give me such anxiety if I knew that AI was responding to all my messages all day long.
I can't.
Well, then what if you do that to a boss and it's something important and they come at you in the hallway?
That's what I'm saying. They at least has to be like, hey, here's how I answered everybody. This is now the responsibilities you have based on all these conversations I took on your part.
What if you send the boss the $300 worth of chicken message?
You're stuck.
And you agree to like help out at some function for work and you're bringing the chicken and then you don't even know you're bringing the chicken.
Yeah. Somebody texted in, they said, we already do this with Copilot, specifically to specific people that maybe we don't want to deal with. I'm just wondering what kind of low-level conversations you're having where it couldn't leave any kind of effect on you or the business you represent by allowing AI to respond to all your messages for you.
I mean, I think people are okay with AI responding to, stuff that you don't want to deal with that's boring. But when it starts coming to matters of the heart and it's responding for you.
Or your job.
Yeah, your career.
Like your boss is emailing you or calling you. And ChatGPT is just going to speak to your boss for you. Is that okay?
To speed up the busy work that means nothing, that's annoying. I get ChatGPT to do all that. But when it comes to like communicating and talking, no way.
I have noticed myself, and I think that I'm starting to become charmed by it because I've been growing in my use of AI every day for everything that I need it for. And when I do a prompt, it does something and I'm a little wowed by it. I'm like, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, you just saved me so much time. And then it asks me, now would you like me to do ... I'm like, yeah, I kind of would. And then after it's like going, and now would you like me to do this? I'm like, yeah, I really would. And it's starting to charm me and draw me in, Virginia. I almost had to stop myself and say, wait a minute. This thing it's almost like a courtship, and I'm falling deeply in love with my AI.
Now, would you like me to reach out to your wife, Kevin, and let her know what your plans are for the weekend for the two of you? Like, it's going to start doing things you don't want it to do.
What it starts to do, it starts to kind of have cult-like activity. It starts making...
Well, it's doing such a great job with everything I'm giving it. And so with anything, think if you had an employee that they always came to you and said, hey, I'll take some tasks off of you, and they do them really well. And then what are you going to do? You're going to give more and more tasks, right? More trust. That's where I am right now with AI.
You're the reason we need data centers.
Yeah. And
I'm calling Erin Brockovich and telling her about your ass.
we're talking about text messages received from people. I always just assume it's a ChatGPT text from Kevin.
I don't know. I haven't answered my own poll yet, but I'm still thinking it over. It could happen.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Everybody's reeling from the loss of Dolly Parton still, and so many tributes went out to her yesterday. Of course, we love the fact that the Nashville airport is thinking about changing the name of BNA, their Nashville airport, to the Dolly Parton International Airport. That's amazing.
That'd be great.
I would love that for her and her family and her legacy. Willie Nelson was putting tributes out yesterday. Even King Charles's whole entire royal band, they did a tribute. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. There you go.
That's fun.
So many tributes coming in. And then while we're still reeling from that, we got the news that Tim Curry, the unforgettable actor, passed away as well at the age of 80, just like Dolly was 80.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. He, oddly enough, was in some pretty good roles. And a lot of people always think about him for being in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And he was absolutely great in that. But I remember as a kid seeing this movie called Clue.
Yeah.
And it had all these different endings, and it was low-key pretty humorous, and he was good in that.
The game's up, Scarlett. There are no more bullets left in that gun.
Oh, come on. You don't think I'm going to fall for that old trick?
It's not a trick. There was one shot at Mr. Body in the study, 2 for the chandelier, 2 at the lounge door, and 1 for the singing telegram.
That's not 6.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
There was only one shot that got the chandelier. That's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Even if you were right, that would be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, not 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Okay, fine. 1 plus 2 plus 1. Shut up!
I loved that movie as a kid.
It was great.
They would run that all the time.
Yeah.
Don't forget about him in Annie. He was Rooster, which growing up, that was something we watched in my house all the time. He was amazing as Rooster in Little Orphan Annie from the 80s.
Okay.
I love that movie too.
So good. So, yeah, tributes are pouring in for him today. He earned 3 Tony nominations and an Emmy nomination and had a beautiful career. Sadly, he had had a stroke in 2012, and that did leave him in a wheelchair. They didn't give any specific cause of death, but he passed away at his home in Los Angeles yesterday.
He had talked a bit about death, and here's what he had to say on CBS Sunday Morning some years ago.
So in these last 12 years, we all think about it as we age. Do you think about the end of your life? Are you afraid of it? Are you?
No, I'm not. I don't fear death. I try to avoid it. As I think we all do. But I suspect that in the end I will welcome it.
What does that mean?
Well, I think it may be very comforting to go bye-bye, and I want to earn it.
Earn it.
That's an interesting clip.
Well, you can imagine if you've had a stroke and you're left in a wheelchair, you're probably like dealing with a lot of physical pain and stuff.
Well, it always reminds me of Kevin's story. He brings about Grandma Beulah, and you say, "Oh, Kevin, this is my time. I'm ready to go. I'm tired."
Yeah, she was. Her husband was gone. All of her friends were gone, and she was just kind of doing the same thing every day. And she's like, what's the point of it?
And didn't she get hurt too, I thought?
She did. She was not supposed to go up and down. She had very steep basement stairs. And you ain't telling Beulah what she can and can't do. And she was not supposed to go down them. And she decided to go down them and took a tumble. And I remember one of the last things she said to my dad, she's like, guess I got a little bit big for my britches.
Aww.
So she knew it. But she wanted to live exactly how she wanted to live. And I think everybody has that right.
Yes. I'm with you on that.
And so for her, I'm like, if you want to go, you get to go. If you want to climb those stairs and tumble down them, then that's your God-given right. Go ahead and go for it, Grandma. And she did.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
I actually brought this question up yesterday with the passing of Dolly Parton. She was such a light in this world, and we need a lot more Dollys. And we need somebody to step up and really kind of take that place, because when a light is extinguished, we can't just continue to creep further into the darkness. We need somebody else to step up. And if you had to say who would be the person that could step into the role of Dolly Parton. Now, I already got emails like from Lauren. She said, Kevin, you asked who is going to step up and be the next Dolly Parton with her kindness, giving. And unfortunately, I don't really think there's going to be one. Not because there aren't people genuinely living a good and charitable life, but because in today's society and social media, it's just simply not allowed to have someone universally loved anymore. It is too trendy to hate someone that is popular, even if there isn't a justifiable reason for it.
I just heard some podcasters talking about it, that it's gone from people liking your videos to now hating online as a sport. And they may not even hate something. They just want to write the most hateful thing possible.
Yeah.
Just because that's the culture a lot of times online.
Right.
It's to say the worst thing ever, even if it's the most peaceful, sweet video.
Yeah. Right.
There's always the Joker is always around.
Yeah. And, hey, look, it's fun every now and then to troll and do that kind of stuff. But when that's all you get, you got to have some kind of balance to it. And that's where it gets a little destructive, because all you're hearing is hate, 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 hate. And there's nothing on the other side to kind of balance it out. And then we all just hate, hate, hate all day long.
Remember, too, if all the energy that you ever put out into the universe is hate, 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 those things come back to you. You get what you give. I truly believe in that. So be super careful. Hate, 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 hate.
Mm-hmm. Now, Lauren went on to say there are several athletes, singers, or actors that are fairly unproblematic and very quietly give money and lift up others, and it's just too popular to hate them. I hate to make the cliche comment, but I do think Taylor Swift is a good example. To be very clear, I'm not putting her on Dolly's level. No one has earned that yet. But she gives millions every year. She visits children's hospitals. She takes care of her road crew, and God knows what else. She is still as hated as she is loved, which is what's odd and why I don't know that there will be another Dolly.
Well, the difference between Taylor and Dolly, too, is Dolly never got into politics. Taylor did. And as soon as you get into that world, you're going to start, it's going to get divisive for you.
You're right.
Dolly, her thing was, I don't do politics, honey. That's why. It's just a different time, like this email is saying. Mm-hmm. If you even get in the political ring, you're gonna piss some people off.
Totally.
Yeah.
Half the people.
I mean, at least a quarter.
Mm-hmm. And some people are throwing out some suggestions, and some of the ones that I've seen already, I think might be a little bit down that path, whether it be Taylor Swift. Somebody said, what about Lady Gaga? I was like, well, I think she's kind of dipped her toe in that pool, and so you're going to have people be like, nope, she can't be the universal queen.
Yeah, I'm not saying these people aren't. I'm just saying they've gone into that realm where
polarizing.
You're going to get into it. There's no way you're going to get all love. I didn't see many people calling Dolly Parton out yesterday, but you will see people call Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga out.
Well, that's what spoke to me when I was going through a tribute thread for Dolly Parton. There was probably about 1,000 comments, and I scanned through a ton of them. I didn't see one negative comment. I was like, when does this ever? This does not happen. in today's world where somebody like that, and somebody doesn't have at least one sly, terrible comment to make about the person, not one negative comment about Dolly Parton. I'm like, I don't know if we'll ever see that again in humanity.
I think Dolly was just savvy, too, on how to do business right. She knew when to leave the party. She knew when to stay at the party. I mean the party as just the entertainment. She went out there. She entertained. Her and her husband kept, a different kind of relationship. You don't see that much in Hollywood or in celebrity.
She seemed to do everything right, which is really hard to do.
She seemed to always just kind of know what move to go with.
You're right.
Now, some people were suggesting maybe Pitbull, Mr. 305. He's universal and worldwide.
Well, I got his cologne, and he does not have my vote.
Okay. Not a big fan of that, huh? He's opened up schools. He's got his music. He seems to really be preaching a lot of love, seems to do a lot of philanthropic work. And to kind of take the crown, he even paid tribute to Dolly Parton at his concert last night.
Great time, and we're losing our minds. But there's someone that was very special to me and showed me love and believed in me when a lot of folks didn't and gave me an opportunity. And her name is Dolly Parton. She lived an amazing life, a hard-working woman, intelligent, sophisticated, funny, powerful, intimidating, but more than anything, a good human being with a good heart. And she showed me a whole lot of love. So to all the powerful women here tonight, this is dedicated to y'all, but more than anything, to the legend that will live forever, Dolly Parton. Cheers.
I think Pitbull is a good suggestion, but there was something about Dolly, her charm and her humor, that I don't know that Pitbull has that same level of that just innocence and the charisma that is there. Now, I do see that in a couple other people. Do you know who Jameis Winston is?
Yes.
He's a football player.
Yeah, crab legs.
But he has really emerged as just a genuinely kind-hearted, decent dude that's amusing. You put him on camera and a microphone, and he's now kind of getting some of those gigs where he goes around. Even though he's still playing, he's a backup quarterback for the Giants in the NFL, and he was at Hard Rock Stadium demolishing the Dolphins just last week. But he does these little, pep talks in the huddle, and he's like, look, this may be the last time you ever get to suit up and do this. And he's like, every day, take it, enjoy it. And he's just all about positivity and love and living life.
He was a New Orleans Saint for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And he is a charismatic, easy to cheer for, just excited to be here for life.
And that's some good wisdom, too, because if you are a person that loves sports and you played sports at any level, you never really do sometimes you do, but sometimes you really don't know when that last time you're going to put on that uniform and
especially
be a player.
Yeah. So he says that. So he kind of has the humor and charisma of Dolly. Does he have all the other things that go along with it? A lot of people are saying Kelly Clarkson could be in there. She doesn't seem to ruffle many feathers, and she has a little bit of that Southern charm of the way she talks. She's very self-deprecating. She's a great singer, very talented individual who can act and do everything that Dolly could. Do you think maybe Kelly Clarkson one day could ascend to that throne? It's possible.
She's close, yeah. I mean, I can't think of anybody else closer.
Mm-hmm. What about Snoop Dogg? Oddly enough, he's kind of stepped in as a very likable dude. Now, he does have a bit of a past that Dolly didn't have.
Yeah, and I think, too, there's just always going to be people that are anti-drug, and he's so pro-drug that it's just, you're not going to ever be able to make him a Dolly.
Okay. A lot of people throw out Keanu Reeves, and I think that when it comes to likable people, he's definitely there. But the one thing that I'll say is he seems to be very quiet and introverted, whereas Dolly was a little bit more out there, and you would see her, and she's a little bit more gregarious. He's a likable dude, but he's very reserved.
But he's also, you gotta remember, too, I'm not sure how much of a deep dive you've done on him. He does a lot of behind-the-scenes charity work. I mean, it's hard to win pretty much the entire internet over, and he kind of has. The only thing in his past really that would haunt him is that I think he had a Dewey back in the day.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just trying to get all of the things out there. Oh, he had a DUI or whatever. But for the most part, he's a guy that people seem to really love.
Yeah.
He's had some pretty bad moments in his life.
He's one of the best that we got. Now, some people are throwing out Dick Van Dyke. He's what, 100 years old now?
Yeah, he is.
So if we crown him, we may not have that for long. We may have to crown another one pretty quick.
He's going to be dancing with Dolly soon.
Yeah, it could be, but he does seem to be just such a lovable, carefree spirit.
You are right about that.
So, he might be up there as a suggestion, but I think just the longevity issue might
Well, we might have to do this bit again.
Yeah,
next week.
It's a quick turnaround.
It really could be. So if you had to crown somebody to fill the role of Dolly Parton, you got Kelly Clarkson, Pitbull, maybe Jameis Winston, Keanu Reeves. Is there anybody else that you would put in the final four for that?
Kermit the Frog. He seems to have to ruffle too many feathers.
He's timeless.
He's timeless.
You don't have to worry about him dying off on you.
Preaching about kindness. I don't know.
Okay. Voting is breaking down like this. You got Keanu Reeves and Kelly Clarkson right at the top battling it out. Pretty much tied at this point. Right behind is Taylor Swift, unfortunately trailing way back in the pack is Pitbull. He's only got 6% of the vote.
And I only think it's because of the cologne, in my opinion. Because he said some very nice things about Dolly. It was very sweet of him.
Yes. Now, there are a couple other people maybe you could throw in there as well. Somebody said, what about Shaq?
Yeah, my buddy texted me and said, dude, Shaq does so much stuff for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaq is a great suggestion.
And he's got that charisma.
He does. Hey, Shaq makes me laugh.
Got a request for Ricky Martin, saying that maybe he could be in there. He seems like a solid dude. Still got great abs. Fantastic hair. Reba McEntire.
Oh, man, I love me some Reba. Man, country, that's why. That's one of the things I do love about country. They are loyal to an aging artist. Mm-hmm. I love that. They don't throw them away like they do in the pop world.
You're right.
Yep. Julie Andrews is another suggestion up there. I mean, hey, if you're going to throw Dick Van Dyke into the ring, why not Julie Andrews?
You're right. The whole Mary Poppins crew.
Yes. And then Celine Dion.
She's good too.
Super, super nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm, I do love that. And even Tim Tebow.
Oh, he's great. You're right.
Okay, so we do have a few that are out there. When you start breaking it down, we got a couple good options.
Tebow does seem like he's just a pure nice guy.
Yes, he does.
I think we had the conversation one time. That's when we really lose hope in humanity. If Tebow ever had like a real scandal.
If Tebow has a scandal, that sweet pudding.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Do not tell me that Tebow is a bad guy. I can't handle it.
That's when we're like, nah, man, there's no hope.
Yeah.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
I got some fun little posts from social media this week, and one of them is from a small neighborhood where gnomes are mysteriously appearing, and it's causing quite the stir. You're seeing shattered statues, bizarre messages, and unsettling pranks. They've got everybody blaming social media trends, but one person is claiming they know the culprit, and it's somebody that you'd least expect. Now we've got Christy that is firing off here. I will play the role of Christy. Virginia, you can be Omar.
I'm always a dude.
Jbird, you can be Lewis.
Lewis seems like he's Australian for some reason. I don't know.
Aussie, all right.
All right, but maybe everybody should be Australian.
I don't hate that, mate.
Okay. And then Denny's, you can play Sally. All right. Here's what Christy had to say. Who the hell keeps leaving gnomes all over our neighborhood? Is this some kind of social media prank? I know at least 6 houses have had gnomes thrown, shattered, or placed in creepy spots. Anyone else know what's going on around here?
Oh, I'm telling you, these pranks are what happens when kids spend way too much freaking time on social medias. If you shatter gnomes in my driveway, I'll shatter your face. I don't care how old you are.
Yeah, well, I'm almost certain I know who it is, and you'd be shocked. It's not a bunch of kids. It's a woman who works for the school board, and she's unhinged, oh. She has a major box wine addiction.
Wait, so the school board employs gnome bandits? I knew they were up to something, but this is next level. Oh, jeez. It's tough.
I think you went into Irish.
You got some nerves because you went into Brooklyn.
He's traveling the world in this one line.
It's tough, man. Throwing Australian.
It's global.
I'm at perimenopause, and I don't need to be dealing with this gnome S-bomb. With that said, there's nothing wrong with boxed wine.
Oi, I'm tired of finding gnome pieces on my property. Whoever's doing this knows how to avoid being seen on my security cameras, which makes it even creepier.
Right, so if this is really a school board member, I need to see it to believe it. Where's the proof? What's the motive? It makes no sense at all, right? I think Louis is trolling us.
You're wrong. You'll thank me when I expose this gnome bandit. I'll make sure the gnomes stop haunting us. I have her on my security footage doing unspeakable things with these gnome statues. Stay tuned.
I want to drink some boxed wine. It's so tough for you to do Australian. I don't care who judges me. And to the person with the gnome prank, you're going to get your ass beat, so just stop it. Don't mess with the perimenopause. Angry woman hopped up on boxed wine. We'll rip your head off.
Denny's fought his way through it.
I'm trying.
Like a champion. Yeah, good
Australian's hard.
Australian's like the toughest.
It is a challenge. Well, in this thread, Amanda is calling out her neighbors for always getting invasive species as pets. These animals do not belong in the South Florida ecosystem, and Amanda has had enough. All right, Bird is going to play the role of Amanda. I'm going to be Neek. We got Virginia playing the role of William, and we got Denny's here playing Tabitha.
I mean, they're definitely like, they're Florida, but they're hillbilly Florida.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Well, here's Amanda. Hey, dumbasses who keep bringing invasive animals into our neighborhood. Just know you are ruining Florida. The blood of this beautiful peninsula is on your hands. And yes, I'm talking about my next door neighbors.
You know what? Piss off, Amanda. You throw loud, raging parties for your 16-year-old son. You let your teenagers drink alcohol. You can't judge anyone for anything.
She does more parties over there. I hear sometimes she's dancing like Britney Spears for them kids. How embarrassing.
That is a lie. I'll sue you for defamation. I have never served kids alcohol. Don't try to distract from the fact that you have illegal snakes in your garage, Nick. Why don't we talk about that? And William, your Nick's best friend, shut up and stop blindly defending him.
Snakes in my garage? You sound like a fool. We got nothing living here that's illegal. Go throw another teenage party, you weirdo.
A Florida ecosystem needs to worry about one predator and one predator only. That's man.
Man?
That's right. Men mess up our ecosystem worse than pythons. Men are the real snakes.
I happen to agree with Tabitha.
Don't break character.
Sorry. Oh, spare us the lecture on women. Men are the only ones around here doing anything about killing the pythons and the Nile crocodiles. You'll be thanking us, man, when we save you from these creatures, woman.
Look how easily you rattle William. You're proving my point. You men can't handle your emotions without coming off like a snake. If you're this triggered on a conversation like this, you might want to find a safe space to hide in.
It's really Amanda that started all this. She called me and my family out in a public medium. Don't F around because you will find out, my friend. My family's a lot scarier than any alligator, crocodile, python out there in the wild. You mess with the wrong damn family, Amanda.
Okay.
Country,
all right.
way easier.
Well,
Way easier.
That's my wheelhouse. Yes. Hillbilly, I got that. No problem at all. Very nice. Big applause for Denny's, who fought his way through it and traveled the world with all of his accents.
I went through every one of them.
I kind of feel like Denny turned Australian on the second post.
Global D.
Yes.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Denny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
All right, it's time for a little comedy here today. Denny's got the jokes. We're going to be the joke jury. Let them know which ones are hitting and which ones are not. Okay, what do you got for us today, Denny's?
All right, crikey. First joke.
Okay.
Trying to redeem himself.
You did great, kid. You did great.
Don't beat yourself up.
That's fine. First joke. What did the inmates yell as the Chinese food chef was put on death row?
I don't know. What did they yell as he was put on death row?
Dead man walking.
W-O-K.
It's a thinker.
Second joke. Which vampire has a nutrient deficiency?
I don't know which vampire has a nutrient deficiency.
The low blood count.
Right.
That's a great
Because he
joke.
would.
I love it.
It took me a second, but I'm with you.
Because they would, yes.
Third joke. How do pirates stay so limber?
I don't know. How do pirates stay so limber?
Yo ho hoga. Fourth joke. What is Ronald McDonald's favorite Shakespearean play?
I don't know. What is Ronald McDonald's favorite Shakespearean play?
Macbeth.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I mean, it's the one.
Right. The Mick.
Why didn't we get that?
It's very educational comedy today.
And final joke. What did John Taffer do when the drone flew in his yard?
Dude from Bar Rescue, right?
Yeah. We love him.
Okay. I don't know. What did he do when the drone flew in his yard?
Shot it down.
Okay.
I love it.
Kevin didn't like that joke.
It's fine.
Kevin had to explain who John Taffer was.
And his catchline's what? Shut it down. Shut it down. Okay.
Shut it down.
Hey, Bar Rescue fans absolutely loved it.
Yes.
Definitely crushed. So for them, we'll give you a thumbs up on that one. Thank you, Denny's.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. The only thing left to figure out is who's paying the attorney's fees in the whole Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively case. So Blake Lively's attorney's fees, she said, were $8 million. And so she requested that Justin Baldoni and his backers that financially funded his legal fight pay her legal fees, $8 million. Well, yesterday the federal judge said, no, I'm not going to give you $8 million. I'm only going to give you $407,000. So now it's over. His attorneys are calling this a victory, saying, look, she only got like 5% of what she wanted and probably more realistic billing numbers than the $8 million she asked for. So it's over, baby.
Finally?
Finally, it's over. It ends with us.
And we'll hear no more?
I guess.
I don't believe this for a second.
It'd be nice.
It would be so nice because I think we're done, right? Like
I've always thought this was such a whack celebrity feud.
If I were Ryan Reynolds, I'd be like, how much can I pay to just make this go away?
and he had that option early on.
Yeah.
But they chose to fight it.
They went hard in the paint.
They went hard in the paint.
Yeah, okay.
In other court stuff, it looks like prosecutors have rested their case in the Tupac Shakur murder trial after 8 days of testimony. Jurors heard from 25 witnesses and hours of audio and video and jailhouse calls. And okay, so now the defense witnesses are expected to take the stand today, and then closing arguments they're looking at maybe Monday. So we will find out what they got to say about Keefy D. Is he guilty or not?
That's crazy that we're talking about this. Isn't that weird?
It's so weird. And if you've been following these Tate brothers, these are the brothers that were like accused of all kinds of horrible crimes, sex trafficking, rape, terrible things. They're the ones that they're currently holding in Miami in federal custody. And they're battling extradition. They don't want to go to the UK to face these charges. They're still here in Miami fighting that. So it was revealed in the court case that they don't actually have money. They faked their wealth on social media, and everything was theatrical and a con to make themselves look like ultra wealthy playboys when in fact they are not.
Have you ever seen some of their clips and some of their interviews? I mean,
ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I mean, guilty. Whatever they say they did, they did.
Right.
They just look so guilty to me.
Well, you could almost tell at certain points they were just saying stuff just to rile people up. And
they thought they were untouchable.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Boy, they really don't want to get extradited. They're fighting that hard.
They have made so much fun of, I guess, because when they took one of them into custody, he was wearing like super tight capri pants and loafers with no socks. And people were like mocking the outfit, and women have been flaunting that same outfit. And It's been pretty funny. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, what do you think about this? They say that 47% of singles are now viewing AI negatively in romantic contexts, but about 1 in 5 people say they're using it in dating for everything from going through conversations to analyzing texts and decoding mixed signals, rewriting messages, evaluating the compatibility they have with the person, and improving their dating profiles, and even to help them choose matches. AI is now a lot of people's wingman.
I'm seeing it happen in real time to people. They go, man, just ask the robot real quick. Ask the robot. And they're talking about deep advice, whether it's on relationship or medical stuff.
It's making us dumber. It really is.
I can see how it's not. I can see why it's messing up the dating world.
Yeah.
And if you go sit in front of somebody for a first date because you've wowed them with your words that you used AI to write on your dating app, and now you're sitting in front of them and you're and you can't keep up with those words, you're going to be a disappointment.
How do you feel about using AI to analyze texts or decoding mixed signals, or just trying to have it evaluate, because your AI gets to know you and then plugging in what it knows about this other person to do kind of compatibility evaluation?
You're better off going to a friend that knows you to help with reading between the lines of texts and figuring out how to navigate interesting romantic situations.
But you even said it earlier. You use AI sometimes, and it's helping you out. So it's becoming kind of like a companion to you.
It is.
Or a partner
Every
to
day.
you. And I am just seeing people in my own personal life talking to these robots if they are a friend in the room.
I get it.
Asking advice
I'm kind of getting it.
Deep stuff. It's easy to happen.
And some of these AI users say that they feel it's kind of more neutral than advice from friends because it doesn't bring in the relationship bias. And that's why they prefer using AI to help them with relationships. 20% of people are doing that now.
But if your friend's bias is based on facts that they know about you, it could be a good bias.
Well, the robot's not going to say something like, well, don't go on with him because he's got bucked teeth or something, because the AI's not going to be me, but your judgmental friend might do that.
Yeah.
And he might be a great person, and they're giving you kind of shallow advice.
And we can get him those little, clear things that move your teeth.
AI just ain't going to go in like that. They're gonna say, well, get to know him and love him for his heart.
Now, they say that the problem with using AI to help you with dating and especially evaluating potential mates is that AI is going to miss tone, body language, cultural context, and important details. And so it really can't give you that great evaluation. And they say also, too, you're muting your own skills at learning to judge people. And as you go through even bad relationships, you usually walk away smarter and you've learned something about context and clues, and hopefully you're not going to repeat those mistakes in the future. Now, some people never learn from their relationship mistakes, but a lot of us do. And if you have AI doing all this work for you, then you're numbing your own abilities and skills.
And it does keep you from talking to people. It makes you kind of write everything down. And I don't know if it's ever happened to you when you try to text something or say something on social media and you are just kidding around, but the joke doesn't land and it sounds like you're serious. Well, because you can't tell that there's some nuance or, the way my voice is sounded that it's a joke, you'll think it's real.
Yeah.
That's what makes me nervous sometimes.
Yeah. And the other thing they say, if you're using AI as a dating companion to help you out, sometimes you start to get a little bit predictable, or it removes some of the spontaneity and vulnerability that really helps make relationships work. It becomes too robotic.
Imagine that, the robots giving you robotic advice.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they say it can help and be a little bit of a tool, but you just got to watch how much you're using it. They say it should not become your ghostwriter, your therapist, or your decision maker. Those are the 3 things to stay away from. So they say, you can't optimize a dating profile, but you can't algorithm your way into chemistry or love. Yeah, because you got to think about it. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that a computer's not going to be doing, right? They're not going to be having romantic relationships, you wouldn't think.
Not yet.
If a guy says all these beautiful things on text or on, an email, and then you get face to face with him and he can't even put a great sentence together, you're going to instantly know he used AI to woo you. And that is such a turnoff. Why am I even wasting my time on this date? You're not even real.
Well, even things that might be confrontational or matters of the heart, when you are doing it just by words, you are a different kind of a person. You can sit down, you can really think your thoughts out, but what happens if you don't have that time and you get into a confrontation or something challenging, you don't have time to go to the robot. If you're getting punched in an alleyway and you go, how do I avoid getting punched in an alleyway? You don't have time to go grab your robot and ask that.
Yeah. Now, I'm kind of curious here, and I want to put humans to the test against the computer when it comes to romance, because we got this text from a KVJ Nation where he said, my wife told me I am not romantic. So I turned to my wife.
Signed every wife.
I said, so then I turned to my wife and I said, okay, well, what is romance? What do you want me to do? And she really couldn't come up with an answer. So I'm like, okay, so how do I perform romance for you when you can't even tell me what romance is?
Dialing into someone's love language.
Yeah, that is so key.
Everyone's different, and everyone's idea of romance, I think it's what really presses your buttons emotionally and physically, and you get that as a partner.
Okay, so what I want you to do is send me some examples of what it is to be romantic. I actually asked ChatGPT as well, give me some examples of what it's like to be romantic. And I'm going to give you a human response versus a computer and not tell you. And coming up, you guys got to tell me who gave the better advice on to be romantic.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
We'll see. Can machines give you good love advice? We put it to the test coming up. Well, we just heard a couple minutes ago that it's not a good idea to incorporate artificial intelligence for your romantic life, even though 20% of people are out there doing it today. They're saying, man, you kind of lose yourself in it, and you need that spontaneity that happens in relationships, and you also need to learn the ins and outs of dating, and it's got to come from the heart. You look at AI, it doesn't have a heart, it doesn't have a soul, it doesn't breathe. How could it give you better romantic advice than a human could?
I would like to see the breakdown of the demographics of that 20%. Is it a younger people doing it? Is it a mixed bag, or older people doing it? I would really like to get those analytics.
Okay.
Denny?
Kevin doesn't have them?
No, he doesn't. I did in Virginia. I asked Kevin a question. He does not have the answer.
Don't have anything.
Throwing off the whole segment.
No. All right, Kevin, can you tap dance for Jbird real quick?
Now you got
don't have the ability to.
You got some nerve, lady.
This text said, my wife told me I am not romantic, so I asked her for a definition. What is romance? And she couldn't even come up with an answer. And so I think there are some men that do feel frustrated who say, look, I would be willing to be romantic, but sometimes it takes two to tango. And it feels like when I do romantic gestures, they go unappreciated or almost like I did the wrong thing.
Well, if someone is giving you that kind of I don't know, comment, and they can't answer it back themselves. That's very frustrating. It's like when someone calls you out and you go, okay, tell me what I did, and they're not able to tell you what you did. They just go, you're like, they just don't like you then. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's some advice. Tell me, do you like it or not? And I'll let you know, human or computer, as to who gave us the advice on how to be romantic and what that looks like. Being invested in their interests and likes, even if they don't match yours. Do you like that? Do you agree with that? That even if you don't like what they're doing, that you are like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, you think that's good? Give it a letter grade, Virginia, A through F.
B.
It's a B. Bird, what do you think?
Give it a B.
Okay. What about bringing home their favorite food or drink without being asked?
That's an A plus. That is so awesome. When my girlfriend Honeyface, she will surprise me with a Slurpee, and that small little gesture brings a lot of happiness.
Okay,
you're like, I don't have to go to 7-Eleven. It's right here. I didn't even know I wanted a Slurpee, but now I definitely want one.
That old adage, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of truth to that.
Yeah, Grandma wasn't all wrong.
Well, I think it's nice. It's nice when someone does something like that for you.
What do you think about that one, Virginia?
That one's a B.
That one's a B too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if Panda comes and brings you your favorite meal and you're not expecting it, that's a B grade?
Yeah.
That's B? I think that's so
You see why guys are giving up on romance?
Yeah, like he surprises you with your own favorite meal out of the blue, and you give that a B?
I have better ideas.
Oh my gosh, man!
See, that's what we get.
I'm over here giving an A to a Slurpee.
You think you've just laid out the best present? It's almost like a cat coming and dropping a mouse on its owner's face at 1 a.m. in the morning, and the owner doesn't seem to be very appreciative of it. You're like, I just gave you the best gift ever.
Yeah, that cat's confused. Doesn't get why you're not getting it.
The mouse is confused too. He doesn't even know why he's there.
Well, the gift.
Yeah, the mouse is a victim here.
Okay. Well, I will let you know that the second response was AI. The first one was human. You gave a higher letter grade to the AI.
Hey, this means nothing. This KVJ sample size of AI love. No, I still hate the robot. And of course, that's a nice thing to do. The robot's pulling that from some romantic human.
Okay.
It's really important if you want to be romantic to, like Jbird said, know your partner's love language. Jbird's love language is Slurpees and pizza.
Right.
So if his girl brings him Slurpees and pizza, he's like, wow, this is amazing.
It's really more.
She knows what to do.
It's more of the gesture. They always say the little small things add up to a big thing. I believe that. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're just hashtag being cool, I think, is what's very sexy.
My love language is not Slurpees and pizza. Mine is help me out with things that stress me out. If you see me struggling and you know I have a bunch of tasks, or you know I have to do this or that, and you see me struggling, help me, and then I will be so happy and calm and peaceful and able to relax at home.
Okay. See, we're all different. When I'm struggling like that, I tend to want to be alone, and I'll struggle too hard. But I don't like getting other people involved when I'm struggling like that.
Yeah.
But to your point, though, when someone does help you, it can be a great help. Yeah. It really can. It can take that struggle away.
Maybe this is why there's a deficit between people who are trying to understand what romance is for their partner, and they can't come up with a clear answer.
Well, there's a really easy test you can take online. It's called your love language test. Mm-hmm. And if the husband and the wife both take it and share the results with each other, I think that is great research.
Well, everyone is different. Okay, how you can reach a Kevin Ralston or a Jason Pennington might be a different way. Everyone's just different. It's trying to figure out how do you reach that person and speak to them in that language they know and love. And everyone's different. I know Virginia's. Hers is gossiping. Okay?
Well, if you're looking for a few of those gestures, I got a couple more suggestions here. You could give them a long hug for no particular reason, or you could try new things together. What do you think is the better advice for how to be romantic, Virginia, out of those two? The hug or try new things together.
If the hug goes on too long, I'm like, all right, I got dishes to do. So
Can't understand why guys are struggling trying to figure out what is romance and why am I failing so bad.
Oh, this is so confusing. You got robots saying I'm wrong. You got women saying I'm wrong. I'm aging out of Earth. I want out. I'm going to the woods.
So what do you think is the better piece of advice to do something romantic? The hug or try new things together?
For me, it's trying new things together, but I'm sure that's AI.
Yeah, Virginia's not like a huggy person, though. Like, I'm a huggy person. I'm going to want that hug.
Yeah.
That to me is important. That's affection. And you can hug me as long as you want, but I also know some people just do not like to be touched.
Well, affection is one of the love languages, and absolutely it's important to know like how affectionate your partner needs so that you give them what they need.
Well, the trying new things together, that was actually from a human. The hug came from AI. And I'm starting to see, I think Jbird should date AI.
I don't like
because it loves all of AI's romantic suggestions. So a beautiful relationship you would have with AI.
Do you see what AI Kevin Ralston's doing? He's trying to paint the one guy who is against the robots.
And then I can also see how Virginia's frustrating men into not knowing what romance is.
I don't know what's going on, Kev. I don't know what's up or down anymore.
Well, some of the other AI tips they had: send a text telling them one specific thing you love about them. Do you like that idea? Did
It's okay.
AI set you right on that?
It's okay. It's a solid B.
Leave a handwritten note somewhere that they'll find later.
I like that one. That's really an A.
Tell them you look really good today and mean it. Do you think that's a good suggestion, Virginia?
Yeah, that's a great suggestion, but you have to really mean it. It has to be sincere and genuine.
And if you're a good liar, how are you going to know that?
What if I know I look fat and gross today with bad hair? Then I'm like, he is full of S.
Believe me, I've had to lie at times. Like, oh, you look amazing, because I'm not getting drugged down in this drama.
But what you're saying is that AI has given you 3 to 4 A to B ideas on how to be romantic, and this guy asked his wife, and she didn't have one.
But
I'm surprised that she didn't have one, and I'm also disappointed in her, because if she doesn't know what she wants, how is she going to tell him what she wants?
But how do we?
Yeah, exactly.
She's got to sit down and have a long, hard talk with herself and take the love language test and figure out what she wants so she can tell him what she wants.
And how do we know she? And I have no idea who these people are. How do we know she's just not annoying? People are just annoying sometimes and ask you stuff that you don't have the answer to.
Well, I'm telling you, the relationship's struggling and it's kind of broken, and she can't give him any help and any guidance in this. And yet you go to AI and it might actually have better suggestions. And I'll tell you the one thing I think we always have to ask ourselves as humans: are we still better than AI and the computers? And if it starts getting romance better than the humans, then we got a problem. And it might mean that you need to elevate your romance game. Just a thought.
Yeah, but this has always been a problem. There's just some people who aren't romantic.
Yeah, we're not all built equally.
Robots aren't going to help you.
She's giving him guilt for not being romantic. He's like, how do I be romantic? She doesn't have an answer.
Well, she's blowing it. I'm mad at her because he's doing the right thing. He's saying, hey, I want to be romantic. Help me. She is the problem.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely.
Again, I'm not saying AI can't produce good ideas. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you can do these tests like this, and they can be a little flawed, in my opinion, led to the robots winning the debate. Just saying.
You're just mad because you like AI love better.
Don't say that. I do not.
Yeah.
Do not.
Yeah, he does.
I know, and I'm getting defensive about it, which makes it look like I really love robots.
Robot lover.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you think about this? Do we have a makeup or a breakup here? This is a woman that is actually going a little bit viral here because she posted up this video with a guy that she went on a date with twice. And he wound up getting her a Mother's Day card from her dog. And she was not feeling it. Here she is going off on social media about it.
2 dates with, who had only ever seen pictures of a guy that I went on 2 dates with. Two dates with, who had only ever seen pictures of my dog, took it upon himself to look up my address and mail me flowers from my dog on Mother's Day.
Uh-oh. Okay. She's very upset.
Look, it's a little familiar, but you have to look at the intent. He thought it would be sweet to do, and he knew your dog. Apparently, you have your dog on social media. I think it's adorable and cute.
Okay. He also sent a card. Do you want to hear what's in the card?
Oh, there's more.
There's a little more, yes.
And not only did he send flowers, but the flowers also came with a card. So this is the card. Little dog. Okay. Dear Mom, I think about you every day. Can't wait to see you and give you lots of cuddles and kisses. Happy Dog Mom Day. Love, your number one fur baby. P.S. I heard you met this amazing guy who has 2 dogs and lots of room to play. We should sniff that out sometime. I met this man twice. We went on 2 dates. I have maybe spent 4 hours with this person. Hadn't seen him in a week. He'd never been to my apartment. He didn't know where I live, but he found out and sent me flowers. So you guys, be careful out there.
Okay.
He did get a little too familiar too quick, but if everything else checks out about him, he may just be a little tone deaf to women's fears and safety issues, but his heart was in the right place. If this is his only offense, I say she's treating him a little too harshly.
I, first of all, don't even know if this is a real story. Second of all, there's not going to be a third date. They need to find different people. He went way too big and she's way too angry.
That is true.
She doesn't find him attractive.
Yeah,
That's all that says, because if this guy were Brad Pitt or amazingly handsome, she would be melting. Tell me she would not be.
That's not necessarily true. Sometimes if you go too big too soon with some people, you're going to rub them the wrong way, even if you're good looking.
How creepy is this that he just got her address?
It sounds like she lives alone with her dog, and she, like a lot of single girls, hope that they have a safety security bubble of he doesn't know where I live yet.
Well, you already kind of think he's psychotic, so I don't know about strategy. Let's go on a public forum and even make him look worse, make him piss him off.
Oh, she doesn't want to date him at all.
No doubt. Yeah, this is definitely a breakup.
But I think if he's just a sweet guy that kind of got lost in the sauce and went too big too quick, this is going to break his heart.
Yeah, like I said the other day, my mom always would talk about people who get a little too familiar too fast.
Too familiar too fast is a thing.
But it does come off creepy to some people, but she doesn't have to. That's why I'm even wondering if this even happened, because everyone's doing stuff to get likes and shares, and she's gone viral over this.
Of course.
And it's not that hard to do that if you're talking about dating and men are awful and he's creepy. I mean, she's very angry. He was trying to be sweet. I think they both played it wrong.
They both fumbled the ball.
And that can happen.
Yeah, it can.
So as far as a makeup or breakup, I said, okay, if this were you and a guy had sent you a dog mom card on Mother's Day, but he had tracked down your address and I kind of freaked you out, does he still get a third date? And a majority of people, 60% said yes. So it's not a breakup for a majority of people. I think some people are finding it to be kind of romantic.
If everything else about him checks out and you haven't been turned off by anything weird or creepy thus far, I know it's only been 2 dates, I think sometimes you got to give people the benefit of the doubt that his heart was in the right place.
Okay.
He was just trying to do something sweet.
You would have thought he tried to light her house on fire.
Right.
I mean,
what's the motive here?
Maybe he's just not that good at dating. I don't know if that deserves a...
He doesn't understand that, these are the kind of things that you do after you've met the dog.
That's just
after
it.
You've been in her life for a few months. He hit the gas really fast, but is he a murderer?
It's not even a makeup or breakup. They just started to get to know each other. He went too big. She's too angry, if it's even real.
You can go too big too soon. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, Lori is on here from Boca, if she's even real.
I promise you I am.
Okay, I can
tell. Although I use chat at work, but I had a very similar situation. I met someone years ago for like a lunch date, and I, at the time, worked about 30 miles away. So he came down and met me at lunch. Okay, fine. And then when I got home, again, I live 30 miles away, there were flowers at my door that day. And I was like, again, the same thing. Didn't tell you where I lived. I think it all comes down to if you were into the person, it would be the most romantic gesture ever. However, if you're not into the person, then yeah, you're kind of creeped out, and I never saw him again.
Okay. Yeah, that feels like that's a lot of what this is one of those gray areas. And even the numbers that we're getting is about a 50-50, which tells me it depends upon how into the person you are.
Yeah,
You're really
she's
into
right.
them, it's a great gesture. If you're like more on the ick side, it's a terrible, creepy
Or
gesture.
if you're even on the fence.
That's the other thing people don't understand. We're talking 2 dates. You may not even know if you like him or not.
You got to be a little bit more of a mystery, bruh. You got to tell him, dude, don't be so eager and so into every detail of her personal life just yet. Be a mystery and let her think she's a mystery, even if you're looking at every detail of her online. You can't look like you had that much free time.
So I asked, is tracking down someone's address always a deal breaker? 62% of people said yes. So a slight majority of people say it's always a deal breaker. Do not be looking up somebody's address and sending them something, even if it's a nice gesture.
Look, but I'm going to post my entire life on social media, but don't find my address that's publicly known everywhere that anyone can find. It's just weird the things we think are. We put everything online about our life, and then someone tries to do something nice. It's just weird.
You can blow it if you go too fast. But if there's a chance of this working out and you peel back the layers slowly like an onion, you give it a better shot.
Mm-hmm.
That I agree with.
It has become such a huge issue here that it sounds like everybody has to rule on how they feel about these flock cameras. And a lot of people would argue they love the security. They've already busted a lot of really bad people using the technology. But then there are a lot of people, too, that hate and feel like it's a violation of their own privacy that is out there. With people doing interesting things, to vandalizing the cameras, to have you seen the 77-year-old guy that just goes out there with a lawn chair all day and he has this sign that's on a stick and he puts it right in front of the flock camera, just sits there all day long so it can't get anybody's license plate information? I'm like, he dedicates his whole day to just sitting there in a chair holding up that sign in front of that camera.
That is a man on a mission. And also, he's probably retired.
Yeah, dude. This is our day today? Wow. Well, now even our governor, Ron DeSantis, has given his thoughts on the flock cameras that are all over our great state.
So I think these cameras, the license plate readers, I think it's out of control. And this is something that in Florida, our highway patrol, we have readers for like tolling by plate and things like that. Now, I've never supported the automatic tickets being sent if you're speeding. I think a human being has to do that. And so I've never embraced that. But, and so this was something that was kind of out there in that vein. And then with this whole flock situation, it's now being used not for tolling by plate or things like that, but for actual criminal surveillance. And so these are done by police departments and sheriff's departments by and large.
Yeah, in fact, you've got 100 law enforcement agencies in Florida using flock cameras, 7,500 automated license plate readers statewide. So it's all over the place, and it's not just South Florida that's got them. And so he's sounding off on that. He's hearing people and saying, look, they're being abused. And the way they rolled these cameras out was not right. So,
Everything is, there's no privacy, it seems like.
They're calling his argument, what the flock?
Who's calling it that, Virginia?
What the flock?
Well, when a governor of a big state like Florida starts blasting you as the CEO of Flock Safety, you've got to come out and issue your own statement, and that's exactly what he did.
I value my privacy. My family values their privacy. My employees value their privacy. But what we're talking about is safety as well. And so I think when people talk about just one of these, privacy or safety, they're prioritizing the wrong thing. And what we have to prioritize as a country is compromise. How do we have our safety, and how do we balance privacy?
Oh, he put that through AI. That's a good chance of that. He put that through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
We see you, Flocky.
Uh-huh. Now, they recently announced tighter safeguards, including shorter default data retention, where they're going to go to 7 days instead of the 30 days, and they're going to require case numbers for searches. And the thing that DeSantis is really about as well is saying, okay, if we're looking for a perp or there's a situation or we have a missing child and there's actually something actively going on right now, then I like doing that. But just regular people feeling like we're accumulating everywhere you've gone, and if anything bad ever does happen, we're going to go back and see all of your history about where you've driven in that car. People weren't liking that. That I'm not doing anything wrong, yet you're still tabulating a chart on my whereabouts. I'm not comfortable with that.
Especially if you're like a cocaine mule and you haven't been caught yet. You're like, stop tracking me, bro.
Okay, cocaine mules hate Flock.
That haven't got caught yet. They're like, I'm under the radar.
Well, and that's the argument of people who are law-abiding citizens saying, I don't care. I got nothing to hide. Go ahead and track me. It's great. Yeah, but the only people that are upset are the people who got something to hide.
That's not true, though. That's really not. There are people that follow the law that really do like their privacy.
Yeah, and I think that's what DeSantis is speaking to, is to those people. And that's where Flock has got to figure out how it can be used when we truly do have a criminal in the act that needs to be tracked and regular people just wanting to live their life.
You should also be able to really closely regulate who's allowed to log into Flock.
That's part of what they're going to be doing, too. That's one of the corrections. Yeah, you'll have to have almost like a two-code verification, so it wouldn't be where you could have an offshoot. What we've seen so far is an officer without supervision that is going in there and using it against an ex or a love interest or something like that. And they say, okay, we need to have it where someone else needs to be like, okay, yeah, I can verify. And then two people are accountable. Because if your buddy comes to you, he's like going, hey, man, I want to check out this hot girl on my ex or whatever. Be like, no, dude.
No, dude.
That's going to cost
I'm
my
not going
career.
down for that.
It's so funny, too. You go to the creepy voice. Hey, man, I want to. That's how you would sound.
Yeah, I know she's cheating on me, man. Yeah. Then you'd be firing two people instead of just one. So, but why they didn't do all this stuff before they rolled it out? You couldn't anticipate this wasn't going to be an issue. It wasn't going to be abused.
This is beta testing in real time.
Yeah, that's really the problem with a lot of these new technologies is they've got a lot of flaws, and it doesn't seem like they're well thought out before they launch them on us.
Well, that's what Denny's was complaining, too, about like everything. We are the beta testers, and then they fix stuff after we complain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy stuff.
It's crazy.
Denny's was getting mad.
Yeah.
Was he throwing things around again?
He would never.
All the holes we have in that wall, that studio. The hothead in there.
Peaceful little peach.
His nickname is Punches around here.
Punches.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
The Whacked Out News being powered by Lebovic Law Group, Warriors for Justice. 29-year-old Alexa Ray Sharf Aloxahatchee got arrested after doing something you would probably expect to get you arrested. She decided to enter a closed Secret Service checkpoint near Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, yeah. They're not watching those. Just saunter through, sweet cheeks.
How long did this take?
Probably 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when she was in there and an agent approached her vehicle, she said, yeah, I'm here for the car wash.
Oh, Lord. She trying to be funny.
She reportedly turned on a hose and then ignored orders to stop and then drove toward the agent and then took off.
She turned on a hose?
Police say that Sharf later damaged a gate, drove toward multiple officers, and sped south on South Ocean Boulevard, eventually stopping at a driveway after pursuit.
How did you think this was going to end?
Officers broke the SUV's windows and removed her after she refused to get out of the vehicle. And then she had a pit bull inside the SUV that came at an officer, bit the officer. Another officer shot the dog twice dead.
Oh,
damn.
I did not see that M. Night Shyamalan ending.
Damn.
Yep, there were hours-long road closures right around that area, and that's already a tight place to get through. It's very tough. There have been a lot of road issues ever since Trump became Prez there.
She should also be charged with animal cruelty for involving the dog in this whole scenario.
Just did what a dog would do.
Doing what a dog does. It's not his fault. It's her fault. Tack on animal cruelty.
She's facing 2 counts of aggravated assault with a vehicle, fleeing and eluding, and resisting an officer without violence.
Without violence?
Yeah.
I'd say sicking your dog on the cops is violent.
Yeah, I don't know where that came about. Feels violent to me, too. A 35-year-old man got arrested in Washington, D.C. for being illegally parked. And it wasn't necessarily that he was parked illegally. It's the fact that he had a guillotine in the back of his pickup.
Oh, my God.
You know what those things are? They chop off heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure how real it was, but he was charged with carrying a dangerous weapon.
Yeah, we need to question him. He is definitely squirrely and up to no good.
Is it illegal, though, if you owned your own guillotine? Is that illegal?
I wouldn't think it'd be illegal just to have it.
It should be illegal to drive around with it like that. That's intimidation. That's horrifying.
It really is horrifying.
People are going to be like, oh my gosh, creating panic.
Well, the South Florida duo has been arrested after allegedly breaking into the home of a couple who were killed in that helicopter crash in Kenya last week.
Oh, no.
40-year-old Jbird Alexander Garcia and 24-year-old Melanie Perdomo allegedly ransacked the home and stole valuable artwork, jewelry, electronics, documents, and the couple's Land Rover and Porsche SUV.
Because they knew they had died in a crash?
Yeah, it was kind of all over the news. I mean, you had some very influential people, unfortunately, that died in that.
Oh.
Investigators said a ping from the couple's stolen MacBook led them to Garcia and Perdomo, who faced multiple charges. But, I mean, just the humanity of that. How cold is that you're combing the news to hear of other people's misfortunes to then go and pillage their house?
It's rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeesh. And then you're so dumb you don't understand how electronics work. And when you steal a laptop, it has location services.
Yeah.
It is crazy how many criminals don't realize that.
Yeah. Big dum-dums. Yeah. Jose Alberto Suarez was a journalist that was killed. Had a lot to do with Telemundo. And then Roger Duarte. He was a Miami restaurateur. His family was tied in with the Versailles restaurant. Famous there. So, yeah. So that's who they went after. Like, oh, they've got to have money.
Wow.
A 50-year-old Florida man got arrested for attacking a teenager on a golf course in Palm Harbor because of slow play.
These old golfers are out of their minds.
You're not kidding. I mean, I worked at 3 different golf clubs, and they are outside of their dang mind.
The two got into an argument and eventually went their separate ways. However, the man decided to follow the boy and rammed his golf cart into the victims. He then grabbed the boy by the collar, threw him to the ground, and punched him several times in the head and face.
Oh, my gosh. Over golf?
Over playing slow at a golf course. Yeah, he is 50, and this is a teenager he went after.
You have a lot of things working against each other right here. You've got... Because slow play in golf, that was always the big thing. If you're playing too slow, the old golfers and the young golfers, they start to lose their mind. And then if you add in drinking in there, because a lot of these golfers like to pop a couple.
Well, maybe it's a younger golfer that's learning the game, and so he's not as quick as somebody who knows it well.
And a lot of these younger golfers are doing vlogs, and they're doing stuff with electronics. So these older guys are going... What? A drone? They got a drone? They're playing slow, and I've had 9 rum and cokes, and I hate my wife?
And he's taking selfies.
Yeah.
He's not putting.
It's 2 different worlds colliding mixed with some alcohol.
The 50-year-old has been charged with 3rd-degree felony child abuse.
Yeah, that's not going to go well for him.
No.
An Indianapolis woman ran over her husband and his motorcycle after they left a divorce hearing.
What did he do?
The woman drove directly at her soon-to-be ex-husband right after she got into her vehicle. He was set into the air. The wife totaled her vehicle.
Whoa.
She then got out of her car and stabbed the victim in his bicep before he was able to disarm her. I guess things did not go well in the divorce hearing.
She did not get what she wanted.
Whoa.
So she's like, all right.
Man.
Street justice.
Wow. They broke it up, and she was arrested for the attack. A mother in California got arrested after allegedly smashing a school bus window and climbing inside to get to her child, following reports that students had been stuck on the bus for about an hour, and the students are filming, and they could not believe it. You know how skinny you got to be to get through one of those bus windows, too?
She broke the window so glass flies into the bus?
No, I think it was open. I didn't see any breaking of glass. It looked like the window was down. You know what bus windows look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that was down. She was skinny enough she could climb in.
She on them GLP-1s.
I mean, wow. And listen to the students on the bus.
Oh, I thought she was about to start swinging.
What a mess, huh? What a zoo.
That right there is one of the main reasons why my mom never wanted me to ride the bus. She's like, you're not riding the bus. It's chaotic on the bus.
But why were they on the bus for an hour? Was it just sitting in one spot for an hour and they're on it?
Whatever happened, the school district is saying the driver followed protocol. Now, one student said kids on the bus got rowdy, and that's when the driver stopped the bus. So it sounds like they were out of control, and he's supposed to stop the bus until you can get control of the students, and he really couldn't. And the mom's like, give me my kid. He's like, look, I can't be doing this. I don't know who you are. I can't confirm this. So he's trying to control everybody. And then you got a mom crawling through the window and trying to attack him.
And there are some kids out there that really do. They try to torture the bus driver for sport. That's their thing. That's a real thing.
Probably be my last day driving a bus.
Yeah, they got to give them bus drivers what they give the taxi cab drivers in New York, that plexiglass that comes down.
No, they need to be in a cage.
Yeah, protects the driver.
Well, I've just seen so many videos of bus drivers snapping because I think that there's more of the kids than you.
And kids can be jerks.
Yes.
That pack mentality is real.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
We got several corporate call-outs here today in the Whacked Out News. Buc-ee's, the truck stop, or I guess big gas station, it's not for trucks, but they're now forbidding staff from sporting, quote, visible tattoos in a nationwide ban. So if you got tats, you ain't working at Buc-ee. That's an untatted beaver.
Wow, Buc-ee's making some noise, and I'm not sure if I'm liking the noise.
Yeah, they were going after mom and pop shops that just named their store something Beaver, but they live in a town that's called something Beaver.
Beaver Creek, Ohio.
That's not a good look.
Yeah, they're not winning a lot of friends here lately with what they're doing, trying to sue all these people that have anything that resembles the beaver or sounds like a beaver.
Well, there's just so many people with tattoos nowadays. It's not 1981.
Yeah.
And then the golf media company, Good Golf, and equipment maker Callaway have removed a co-branded advertisement after facing criticism that depicted violence against women.
I watched this video. I can't believe this got put through. Like, marketing people had to look at this, approve this, and say, yeah, let's run with that.
Now, the ad showed founder Garrett Clark shoving content creator Alexis Mikowski to the ground after she went to touch his driver.
He took a running start and then nailed her, and all she was doing was reaching for his golf club in his bag.
I'm confused. Is this a sketch or is this something that
It's a commercial. It's an ad.
Yeah, it was a sketch. It was an added sketch. It's basically like, I love my driver so much, woman, don't touch it.
Do not touch my new driver.
I mean, what a D, right?
I mean, that is pretty ridiculous.
I mean, listen to the contact.
She goes flying to the ground.
What are we doing?
He took a running start and charged her.
There's no way they didn't know this was not going to create some kind of a firestorm.
Yeah, they called it being misaligned with the brand's values. They've since apologized.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it makes you think they did it on purpose to get, someone thought it was going to be a good idea to get the buzz with the marketing and all that, and it completely backfired.
Well, the founder, Garrett Clark, was the guy in the commercial, so I guess you blame him for the short-sightedness of that ad that they have now pulled and apologized for. And there is a woman who has now lost her job because of a gesture that she made. You'd think it's kind of crazy. Now she kind of raised her eyebrows and then kind of a little winky motion, which you wouldn't think was a big deal if you didn't know she wasn't standing in the Lindsay Clancy courtroom and she worked for Vanity Fair.
Oh, this lady is unhinged.
They panned across a bunch of people looking very solemn because 3 children had lost their lives. But when it got to Brittany Romano, she kind of went like, hey. You know, kind of that look, and, you know, it was a little flirty back to the camera.
And then she went on social media and started fighting with everybody and telling them off and just sounding intoxicated.
Yes, and
unhinged.
They fired her, calling for clear conflicts with her editorial standards and processes, and she defended her behavior, and she said there is nothing to apologize for here. So she is no longer with Vanity Fair. So.
She was definitely a wild, squirrely one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what you get. And she gone.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
I just do not like to be surprised when I'm sleeping. I don't think a lot of people do. I mean, Denny's had to deal with that the other night where he's just relaxed. It's 1 a.m. and his cat Rufus brings a mouse into the bed with them, and his wife sits up screaming, "Rufus has a mouse." Just the horror of that. And then I saw this story of this Dr. Krista Edelman. She's a doctor in Virginia, and she was dead asleep, having this dream that this little mouse was near her face. And so in her sleep, she reaches up with her hand and she actually touches something furry, and that's what brings her to. And she's like, oh my gosh, do I really have a mouse right up on my face? She did not. It wasn't a mouse. It was close. It was a mouse-like thing, but it had big wings. It's what's called a bat.
She had a bat on her face?
And I think it thought her mouth was a cave, and it was trying to get in. And can you imagine the horror of waking up with a bat trying to crawl into your mouth as you're sleeping?
No.
That might be one of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. Now, the crazy thing about this, she was able to trap the bat in a bucket, and she thought quickly, because she is a doctor, and said rabies. Now, the thing and why this is kind of a PSA here is doctors warn that if you wake up with a bat in your room, you need to take it seriously, because they say bat teeth are so small, you may not even realize that you've been bitten, and rabies is essentially fatal once symptoms develop.
Oh, damn.
And I hear it's a horrible death. I mean, we laugh about rabies. I don't think much of it because we pretty much eradicate it here in the United States, but it is a very serious thing. In fact, they say if anybody weaponized rabies, it could be terrible for the global population.
Damn.
And I was like, whoa, the reality of how bad that is. Now, her bat tested negative for rabies, thankfully, but it is something to think of. I hope you never wake up with a bat trying to crawl into your mouth while you're sleeping.
Amen.
But if you do, you need to get that bat and you need to get it tested immediately to find out if you have rabies, because that ain't no joke.
I was always told bats, they attack hair. I don't know if that's one of those old weird things they tell you when you're a kid, but do they love to go down and peck at the human scalp? Is that
down? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If it goes down, we got a different set of
scalp
problems.
ain't down. I don't know about yours. Yeah, somebody else's scalp might be down, but not mine.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just like one of those rumors you're told as a kid, but I remember up in Pennsylvania, that was a big thing. We went up there to visit. They go, you got to watch the bats up here. These Pennsylvania bats, they'll attack your hair.
Damn.
Go figure, your family's wrong. They say that's false. Bats are not attracted to hair as a nesting material or a food source.
Man, they told me so much wrong stuff growing up.
Yeah.
But look, Kevin's here to help.
That's right. I'm trying everything you learned in your childhood, I'm helping you unlearn now.
Kevin is here to help.
What you got on your mind today, Bird?
Well, you've heard me talk about dioramas. You know, dioramas is these little sets you build with figures and action toys and all that stuff.
Yes.
And I remember you made fun of me a lot going, dude, that is some dorky stuff. But have you noticed there's an explosion of diorama videos now?
Not on my algorithm.
So that's what I'm wondering, because
It gives you what you want. It gives you what you watch.
Well, I notice a lot of people that build dioramas kind of look like me. They are middle-aged dudes playing with their little figures. So I thought it was kind of an older generation thing, but I did get an email from one of our KVJ Nationers, and she said that her kid is 9 years old. He heard us talking about dioramas, and he made his own Transformers diorama. So maybe the kids do like it, but I have a silly question I want to ask you, and all I'm asking is you to take it seriously for 30 seconds.
All right, I'll try.
If you had to build the coolest diorama and display it right in your living room, and the queen is cool with it, Panda, your husband's cool with it, what would you do? You don't have to worry about the morning show. You can construct your own diorama, Kev. What are you putting on?
Believe it or not, I've never given this 1 second of thought in my life.
That's why I asked you.
Okay.
I'm struggling to get past the stupid part. But Okay, we're there.
The kid wrote me an email. The youth are doing dioramas. You guys can't even play my game for 30
He's a
seconds.
kid.
I know, but adults
You're about to be 50.
Adults do it too, is what I'm saying. I'm just asking a creative, outside-the-box question. You're right, it does suck. What's on your mind?
I'm doing a sports scene.
Oh, thank you for playing my game.
I'll play your game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there like a Buckeye play that you remember?
I'm going to do the home run from the movie The Natural.
That's a great diorama.
Yes, with the sparks and everything.
Dude, that's it. See? Thank you for playing my game.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm doing a dinosaur garden.
You are such a jerk.
And I'm going to be the main character.
Yes, you're not playing your game.
And I go to the dinosaur garden to make poo-poo.
I knew that this wasn't going to go well.
No.
I was feeling too good. I was feeling too good about myself today and said, you know what? Bring up dioramas.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, ironically, it's something about poo-poo. Have you seen these new poop shoes? So Denny's introduced us to the squatty potty, where when you sit on the toilet and you put your feet on this little stand, then it aligns your bowels so that the number 2 comes out better. Well, now they've created these poop shoes that do the same thing, but with style, baby.
So if you're at the club trying to make it happen with somebody, but then you get a page from the Duke, you can go to that club, still look good, and poop nicely.
I don't know if these shoes are meant for walking around. I think you leave these shoes in your bathroom at home, and you put them on when you got to go number 2. So that everything slides out faster and you still look fashionable and cute. I mean, the squatty...
You're taking a dump. I mean, who is trying to look fashionable and cute while they're taking a dump?
Well, that's why I'm confused. The girl's dressed like she's going out, and you're saying...
maybe she is going out.
Well, something is going out.
Well, it looks like she's at a club, like a bar somewhere.
That could be her house.
And you're telling me that you don't
Why
wear
are you
the
getting
poop?
so dressed up to go poop?
She might be on her way out the door to go to a party, and all of a sudden, the Duke paged her.
Well, then we got to take another shower and get a different outlet. I
just don't understand why anybody's caring about looking cute while they're taking a dump. To me, I'm like, why are we doing this?
I love these poop shoes.
I mean, the concept's funny, but you realize, too, they cost $69 a pair?
I think it's a deal.
The concept's funny.
Oh, my gosh.
But No.
You leave them by your toilet, and then not only is it fun for you, you can have your guests come over, and they giggle, and they try them on if they have to go number 2.
Be honest, Kev. Whose topic was worse, the diorama dork or Poopy Patty over here?
Poo shoe.
That's a good question. I'll have to let KVJ TV.
Whose segment did you hate the most?
Yes.
Oh, these things are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They are cool. We're agreeing with you. I think the person doing the Shark Take presentation didn't nail it.
I just wonder how many they're going to sell. 93% of people said they would not buy poo shoes for that amount of money, $69.
That sounds like one of them sites you would go to buy fundies.
I would look for a coupon code. I see what you're saying. The price may be a little high.
Okay.
But for a goofy radio show, that I see why you think that's a bargain.
I mean,
because we'd get a lot of mileage out of that.
We definitely would get mileage out of these poo shoe.
Okay. You think that'd be a good investment, huh?
I do.
For the show, yes. Personal life, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Just the fun of wearing them while you poo. I want to enjoy myself when I'm in there.
I think all it is, it's a novelty gift. It might make somebody laugh. And if $70 is worth a laugh to you, then yeah, maybe it's a good purchase.
Kevin nailed it. That's exactly what this is.
Yes. Who had the worst topic? 90% of people say Virginia.
No way. I could have swore I was going to lose.
Yeah, no.
Oh, my gosh.
You were in a strong lead, but boy, she really trumped you.
Thank you, chat.
These poo shoes are awesome.
Hers really is caca.
Guess what both of y'all are getting for Christmas?
I'm not hating the idea.
I'm not saying I wouldn't wear them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I wouldn't pay for them. If I had them, I'd be like, ooh, look at this.
All right, well, then that's your gift.
Okay, I can't wait. When I heard this, I was like, OMG. I did not even know this. And Denny's honestly almost died in the most insane way, to the point where I wouldn't even know how we'd handle it on the show. Because talking about it would be like, oh my gosh, Denny's is dead. I can't believe this. But how he died would be like, wait, what? You almost urinated yourself to death.
It's true.
What happened?
And I didn't even know this was a thing. And honestly, I should have gotten better grades in chemistry, because I could have completely taken myself out. Denny's at least had the wherewithal to take himself out of a deadly situation that, in a sense, oddly enough, you created.
I did it all.
Which is so bizarre. So tell me how this whole thing went. And this is something that anybody who knows chemistry is going to be like, yeah, dude, you can't do that.
In fact, I realized it as I was smelling it. But so to paint the picture, I put a tarp or a canvas over my air conditioning unit to block the sun, because it gets like 9 hours of straight sunlight.
Smart. Yeah.
And it causes the coil on the back to drip a lot. And then underneath that formed a bunch of mold. And I'm kind of mold sensitive at the moment.
Yeah, we all are.
So I went out there and I poured some bleach on the concrete, because it created this giant like puff of grass or whatever growing there. So I poured some bleach on it just to kill the mold. And I was doing some yard work. Well, so later I'm covered in dirt up to my knees from digging a hole in the backyard for a garden. And I went to go inside and I go, I'm going to get dirt everywhere. I got to take my pants off. It's going to be a huge pain in the butt. So I went around the side of my house where I had poured that, and I looked down and I was like, oh, the bleach killed all the mold. I might as well try to dilute this a little bit. So I just peed on it. I had to pee anyway, so I just peed onto the bleach. I forgot that creates a toxic
Mustard gas.
It does. I smelled it and immediately jumped back and separated from it, but you can die from that.
Whoa.
You can totally die from that. So one of the reality shows that I watched, Below Deck, they're on a big boat. It's a charter boat, and the show focuses on the relationships of the crew. And one of the girls mixed like ammonia.
Yep,
and
it's
bleach,
ammonia from your urine.
And she created mustard gas and almost took herself and other people out.
Wow.
And you think you're just cleaning, because some people think, oh, add a little this, add a little that, bleach, ammonia, what could go wrong?
It's a big deal on boats and ships like that, because if they have the potty in there, people will pour bleach in there to clean it and then leave it so that it does its work. And then somebody will come in and pee in it, not realizing you're in an enclosed space. That can knock you out.
Sometimes I don't even know how I'm alive. Because I could so see this happening to me and not knowing I know about honey mustard, not about mustard gas.
But it's such
honey face, honey mustard, not mustard gas.
I can see myself, and that would be such a terrible way to go out.
Oh, it's so ridiculous.
How did he die? He poisoned himself.
He peed himself to death.
Cleaning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. It creates chloramine gas. They say is highly volatile, meaning it quickly vaporizes and disperses into the surrounding air. It's highly toxic. And they say that when the gas is inhaled, it reacts with the water lining the mucous membranes of the eyes, nose, throat, and lungs, and it forms a hypochlorous acid and hydrochloric acid, which are corrosive substances. And they said, depending upon the concentration, that it may be fatal. Like, whoa. Insane, right?
The bleach has always made me a little nervous. It
should.
As a kid, that was one thing my parents always said, just do not drink the bleach. I'm like, okay, I won't.
Imagine if we came in and be like, how did Denny's die?
It's
he
so
peed
weird.
on bleach, and you're like, what?
Oh, it would be terrible because it's such a weird story. It would go out. That's how we'd go viral. And then people we don't know would start making fun of our sweet Denny's on how he died.
And he's dead. So then we're mad. So we fight people.
We're emotionally wrecked.
But then, my whole conundrum is then, do I put him in the whacked out news that day? Or?
No.
Yeah.
I think we have to take, we got to take a little time off. I'm sorry, KVJ Nation. It's hard to kind of, I don't know, talk about the dirt of the day topics when Denny's peed himself to death.
Wow. How about that, huh? Okay.
Thank goodness you survived.
Yes. So I was outside, and I don't know if the concentration of my urine would have been strong enough, but I definitely got a whiff of it. And that's when I remembered, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I just made mustard gas.
Well, you at least put it on the radar for people like me who don't even think about things like that. Now I'm like, I'm never peeing outside again. Bleach, I'm not going to walk down that aisle.
Don't mess and add any chemicals to bleach. Just be on the safe side.
Wow. Okay, well, there's your PSA of the day.
Your PSA.
Yeah. Have you ever been left for dead? Where basically somebody else just gives up on you and says, nah, I'm covering myself, ain't worth it. Jbird, you said you were talking to a guy that was left for dead on a hiking trip.
Yeah, he was a KVJ Nationer. Sometimes when I've been going to a lot of doctor appointments, and sometimes I'll see a KVJ Nationer and just in the waiting room talking. So he said, hey, I listened to the show, and I know that you've talked about I Shouldn't Be Alive. It's a series where it's the unbelievable stories. You can't believe you're alive. And he's heard about my car accident and all that. He goes, I got a story about myself. He said about 20 years ago, him and his friends were doing a hike out there in Colorado, and he fell back, and it was snowing and all kind of stuff, broke both of his legs. And his friends, they were there with him for a while. They kind of got snowed in for a while. His friends said, dude, we're going to die if we stay out here. And he remembers hearing one of the guys in the group go, dude, this guy, he's pretty much dead. We have to go. If not, we're going to die. They all left him back to die, and he's kind of out of it. He said the only reason why he was alive was because strangers found him who were walking out of just pure luck, and he survived.
His friends left and didn't go get help?
That's what he told me. Now, I don't know how many details. I don't know the guy.
Yeah, or were they, while they were gone getting help, a couple other people found him and maybe got him out
That's
quicker?
what happened. They thought he was dead or he was going to die, and that if they stayed, they were going to die. They left, and while they were going to report it and say our buddy's down there, but they just left, and strangers found him.
Wow.
Would you be mad though?
Yes, very.
Because you're sitting there and nothing's going on and no help's coming to you. Wouldn't you think you'd be like, hey, we're going to go get help for you, and then when we do, we'll come back to get you, but there's no point in anybody staying here. We can't do anything.
He said that he was out of it, and the one guy goes, he's dead pretty much. We gotta go.
Well, that's not what you want to hear.
No, that's not a friend.
No, that's not the way to say it.
I asked him, I go, well, were these your best friends? He goes, I had good friends there, and then I had a couple of their friends that were friends of mine that were acquaintances that I would hang out with, but they weren't like loyal. Yeah, I would be upset if we were all on a camping trip or something like that, and I heard one of you go, he's as good as dead, we gotta go, and then I'm still alive.
I mean, I think as soon as you get hurt, somebody has to go get help. Like, we all don't just hang out on the mountain and hope things are going to get better together.
I think someone's got to stay back with the person to make sure they're okay. But I think they thought he was really dead, I guess.
This is messed up.
I think it's messed up. If I ever heard you guys leave me and I'm still alive,
let's say you're in this situation, though. You're out in the middle of nowhere. Somebody breaks their legs. How do you handle it? You got 3 people in the group. One person has the broken legs, and then you've got 2 other people. Does one person need to stay behind, or do both go to try to make sure that they make it somewhere to go get help?
I think every situation is different, but I think when someone breaks their legs and you think they're going to die, the thing I couldn't really gather from the story, and I wasn't there, did they really think he was just dead, or were they just saying, we can't deal with this, we have to get out and save our own ass, and they knew he was alive? See what I'm saying?
Well, if they all stay on the mountain with the guy with the broken leg.
Plural.
Legs.
Yeah.
And the inclement conditions end up killing the guy with the broken legs and the guy that stayed with him, that's effed up. So if I'm the guy with the broken legs, I would say, all of you go get help. Just
come back to get me.
Go quickly as you can. I don't want anybody to stay with me and possibly die. I don't need someone to sit here and hold my hand. I'm the one that broke my legs. Y'all go get help and hurry the F back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make anybody stay with me and then die unnecessarily.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, what is the best play? If you had 3 people, you're out in the wilderness somewhere, somebody breaks their legs, you got 2, do both go to get help, or does one stay behind with the broken leg guy, and then the other one goes and tries to get help all alone?
It depends, too, on how badly hurt that person is. They might be hurt so bad they need assistance. So you're almost kind of signing that. I mean, it's a tough decision. You have to know the elements and kind of bet on the odds and hope they're in your favor.
Top answer is people are saying 1 goes, 1 stays.
That's what I thought.
Okay. That's got 76% of the vote. 24% say all go and bring help back.
I think all all go and leave their clothing and wrap the person on the ground, and they all run down the mountain and go to get help.
I don't think you...
With less clothing on?
Yeah, this is like extreme snowing situations in the Rocky Mountains.
I would give him at least 1 or 2 extra pieces of clothing, and we run down the mountain to go get help.
Okay, so you stay there and die slowly with 2 broken legs while your 2 buddies get hypothermia and die on the way down the mountain.
But that's an option as well. Because, I mean, you got to understand, first of all, we're adding details to this situation. He heard them go.
Wow. How far is the gas station?
He heard them go, man, he's as good as dead. We got to go or we're going to die. Like, they didn't even help. And then strangers find him. They were okay. They didn't die. So did they freak out, think they were going to die, and just left their friend dying? I think that's kind of what happened.
Either way, I think you need new friends.
Well, that I don't think they're...
If they said in earshot that you're already dead.
That was the worst thing about this. Yeah, who said that? You big dummy, don't say that.
He's not dead. He can hear you.
Right.
Hey, I can hear you. I don't want to die. Please come. And so now you're alone and thinking, okay, are they coming back? I don't think they're coming back.
Yeah.
No.
I had an issue one time when I was younger and dumber and a lot more drunk. I decided I was going to swim from the back of Sailfish Marina to Peanut Island.
I remember. I was there.
I did that successfully, very proud of myself, but I didn't really think about the going back and didn't know a lot about tides at the time.
And current.
Yep. Man, when that tide is going out in the current, oh my gosh, it is. And I'm an okay swimmer, but man, fighting against that, I was like, oh my gosh, I finally they had a marker buoy in the middle. I got about halfway there. And I have my arms draped around this buoy, and it's covered in barnacles, so I'm getting shredded. I am just covered in blood, and I'm getting cut up by these like razor-like barnacles. And there was somebody on a jet ski, and they saw me, and they came over like, hey, let me help you out, because they realized, like, I thought I was just going to let go and float to Cuba. I thought it was over. And he's like, dude, here, hop on the jet ski. So I'm trying to get on, and I wound up flipping the jet ski.
Oh, man.
I knock him off the jet ski. Now, he was still tethered to it. And he gets on the jet ski, and I'm like, hold on, man. He's like, no, screw you, dude. You're going to kill me, too. And I'm like, no, because I'm like, this is it. This is my last chance at life. So I hold on to the guy. I think I grabbed his pants, and I'm pulling myself up. I'm like, you're not going without your drawers. So I'm holding on the back of his pants and finally pull myself up, and he's reluctantly driving, trying to knock me off the back of the jet ski. I'm holding on to him, hugging him, be like, no, you do not. If you're going back to shore, I am too. So I'm fighting with this guy all the way back to shore, but he was going to leave me out there. I'm like, I'm curtains. It was over. In fact, I told my buddy, I'm like, you need to tell all these people I love them. You got to call my mom. I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought it was done. There's no way I'm getting out of this thing.
How long did you think you honestly were going to die? The time amount you think?
I mean, we were probably latched on that thing for a good 5 to 10 minutes where I was and it was with another buddy of mine, and he got on the first jet ski, and then mine wasn't going down. So I'm like and I'm going to be the only one that dies?
Do you think if that jet ski doesn't come by, you die?
I don't know what would happen because there wasn't really anybody else that was out there. That was like my last hope. I'm looking around. There's no other boaters. There's nothing going on. And like I said, I was getting cut up so badly. The excruciating pain of trying to hold onto that buoy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to bleed out if I keep holding on to this thing.
Well, that's what happens. You'll get injuries, and then you'll have to fight the current with injuries. You were already struggling trying to fight the current without injuries. Now you have to do it with injuries if you're trying to get off that pole.
Yeah.
If you had to forget about that.
It was rough. My next plan was just to let go, kind of drift out, try to float until I got out of the crazy current, and then try to find some body of land to get to.
And could you imagine all that going down, and then you hear Mir Virginia go, he's as good as dead. Just leave him.
Yeah.
He's a guy.
And I'm like yelling back to Virginia. I'm like, oh, damn it, she went to get another drink.
I was about 5 or 6 drinks in before you jumped.
She wasn't a lot of help.
I mean,
well, happy hour was about to end, I had to grab that last 2 for 1.
Happy makes it, but my drink's empty.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Virginia made better decisions than you that day.
Oh yeah, she definitely did. Yeah, I learned something. I'm like, all right, I don't need to swim any large bodies of water after that. That was the last time I did it. Okay, would you want to know in these situations, like for instance, the date you're going to die, would you want to know what that date is going to be, Jbird?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm not going to want to know that because I think it takes away a lot of the spontaneity in life, and it's something that every single day you would think about.
Now, to quote Tim McGraw, I think you should live every day like you're dying.
I agree that.
But, no, I don't want to know. It would completely change the way I attack life and look at things and my perspective on things. It would cause more damage for me.
If not the date, would you want to know how?
No, because I kind of think I already know how it's going to happen.
Fiery crash on 95.
It's going to either be I'm going to either have a heart attack or it's going to be some freak accident that will be in the whacked out news.
Okay.
You will have to report on it.
I think we decided we're going to take the next day off.
That was Denny's. This is
Oh, okay. Jbird is different rules. Okay. What about you, Virginia? Do you want to know either?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't want to know either. I mean, unless, of course, it's preventable. Like, if you tell me, okay, it's going to be breast cancer, and I can go today and lop off both my boobs and have no natural breast tissue so that it can't grow in there anyway. I mean, then, yeah, I would want to know.
If it's something that's preventative that you could be like, oh, if you told me, then I would have done something about it.
Exactly. If it's you know, you're in the Publix and you get stabbed by a weirdo. No, I don't want to know that.
I hear what Virginia's saying, but I'm going to go ahead and say she's not respecting the game. Because if you can prevent it, you know it's going to happen. It needs to be, you don't know.
Or you may or you may not. That's almost the risk that you take. It may be something you find out, be like, okay, it's preventable, which you might have been able to detect anyway, or it's something that's not. And it's like, oh, you're going to die in a fiery car crash. And you get one or the other. Either you know how or you know when. And so then every time you get into a car, you're like, well, this might be the last time.
Now, I'm going to leave this up to the spiritual side and let them figure this out. All this would clank me.
I can't decide. I'm going back and forth.
Yeah, when we start bending the rules of the game and we can prevent it.
Sorry, I'm bendable.
Well, but then the question means nothing. You don't know.
Yeah, you've got 82% of people that say they do not want to know how they're going to die. And I think that's the right play. That's exactly where I am. So a majority of people are saying that. And it looks like a majority of people are saying that they don't want to know when either, though a little less.
I would rather know why than when.
Okay, you would.
Yes, the when is the scary part. If you said, okay, when you're 99, you get hit by an ice cream truck, I'm like, well, I got so much time. I'll be 99 at that point. I'm already kind of thinking a blink's going to take me out.
And then what if you just start living like reckless and crazy?
Then
you tempt fate.
Well, I think that's part of the game too. When you get the answers, you kind of don't respect the game, and then you could drink every day or eat whatever you wanted.
Well, 82% they do not want to know how, but you've got 69% that do not want to know when.
Yeah,
it's a little less.
Wow.
Would you want to know who's going to show up to your funeral, Virginia?
Yeah, there's definitely some people that I want y'all to turn around at the door.
Oh, so we have to be spiteful even in your death?
Yeah. I need you to be a bouncer, and if some dusty bitch that you know I hate tries to show up pretending like she's sad, you need to turn her ass around.
I would kind of have like a loose list of people that I already know who's not allowed.
You were asking me about one of them this morning.
I was. Yeah.
He showed me a picture, and he's like, do we hate this girl? And I was like, yes, we do.
To honor dead Virginia, I'm like, look, I know you're here to pay respects, in quote, but you gotta go.
I trust you more than I trust some of my girlfriends.
Well, do you think I want to be haunted by a Virginia ghost?
That would be terrible.
Hell no.
No.
She will not cross over just to mess with me.
No. She'd be scarier than death.
I see the light, but I'm not going yet.
Yeah.
I got some work to do. Yeah, you better be a good bouncer at my funeral. No fake crocodile tears from girls that are evil.
That is a thing, though, where people go, do not allow that person at my funeral. I hated them in life. I don't want them in death.
Amen.
Yeah. No, some people are definitely that way. All right. Interesting discussions, and we definitely have more of them going to be coming up on the After the Show. If you don't know, you can actually watch this thing coming up here in just about 15 minutes. Going to be live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. That's where you can check it out. And we got a lot of things to get into here today. We got something called testicle breathing.
What?
Yeah, we're going to learn a little bit about,
Oh, yeah.
what exactly is that? And if you've got them, how do you breathe them?
You can breathe out of them? What you got, like some gills down there?
It's a technique.
You got to tune into the podcast.
That's exactly it.
Are we going to get like a real life experiment and practical application of this?
Tune in to find out. We got cameras in here, so yeah, you might get an eyeful.
Wow, you got me.
Okay, well, see us there. The After the Show's coming up. You can watch it live, or you can even see it on demand anytime you want. It's on YouTube, or you can get it wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.